Hello, welcome everybody.
Cheers, my horse. Love
the sounds of Tipster in the background. Make sure you guys spam some Tipster emotes in chat. We do have a new one, the disgusted Tipster face. I'm going to tell you right now that's going to be a very important one as we go through this stream today. It's going to be very, very important that we have those emotes ready. And I want to give a huge shout out to one of my oil barons, Soul Vessel. You guys, you and Karma are some of my oldest viewers, and I can't thank you guys enough for all of your continued support, same as many, many others. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Lock-In, for the membership to get us started. I'm going to be going through donos over time, so lock yourself in. I have to catch up with an entire weekend of bullshit that I wasn't able to do because a friend of mine decided to come and visit, spend some time, and I took the weekend off to spend time with him. I haven't seen him in a long time, so I have a lot to catch up on. So chat, we are going from the Tipster saga to the Keffals saga to the Vaush situation, the Keffals tweets, Mudahar versus Keffals. We are going to go through everything today. If I miss something, mods, please post it in the chat and I will pull it up as it pertains to the situation. So let's get into chat and say hello to some people. Thank you, somebody, for 5 gifted members. Thank you again, Soul Vessel, for the 20. Welcome. Welcome, chat. Welcome. Vaush is your girlfriend. That is a horrible relationship to be in. I actually feel bad for Vaush's girlfriend. Thank you for the 5 gifted QTV. Thank you, guys. Will I cover Chris Hansen dunking on Vaush? I'm pretty sure that he was just paid on Cameo, like the good whore that he is. That he's a good whore. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for here? Chris Hansen's a good whore, so he'll do anything that you pay him for. So thank you guys so much. I think we've started off the stream with 31 new members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you re-up those members. Again, reminder before we get started to celebrate the downfall of Tipster because he can't learn from his mistakes of the past. You guys can check out the link above in the chat or in the description to buy yourself the Lolcow trading card game. Make sure you guys go buy that. You might get a Tipster card. If you use my exclusive link, you get my card. And we might be doing something a little bit different. There may be some new cards, some specialty cards coming out. So make sure you guys check that out and buy yourself a pack. Tipster makes less money than Chris. Yeah, Tipster also gets less viewers than me, less residual views than me, less subscriber growth than me, less respect than me. Like, I could go through a list of how I do things better than Tipster. But listen, I'm just being honest here. I'm just being honest here. Cheers, my horse. Love you. No pedo. Classic. I'll be honest. Initially, it was funny to laugh at Keffals, but after her last stream, I think she's a disgusting human being, and I'm not laughing anymore. Now, Gabriel, I think this is the opportune time to continue laughing at her. Why would you ever stop laughing at Keffals? What does she get other than true laughter? This woman is nothing but a cow. A cow to be milked. A cow to be milked. It's beautiful. Why would you not want to keep laughing at this girl? She deserves it at this point. All the laughing, everybody just goofing on her. She deserves it. There's certain things she doesn't deserve, but she is, unironically, a scammer. And I'm going to say that. If you don't know, we'll get into that. But we have a couple of things we have to get to before we get to the Keffals stuff. We need to start off with this video. Now, Tipster did upload a version of this video to, what's the word I'm looking for here? He did upload a video to his channel, but the thing is that a couple of minutes were cut out, and I want the full context.
Would you say that Ginger can get it?
Okay, bro. Okay, dude. I'm never going to live that down. I'm never going to live that down. But I wanted to watch this video in particular. Do you want to know why? Because I don't like when somebody cuts something out of a live stream. If you're going to keep the VOD up, keep the VOD up. Put it in members only. But for some reason, nobody can find this. Nobody can find this original cut. And shout out to Mayo Monkey, a.k.a. Boblax, friend of the channel, for doing the Lord's work. The Lord's work. And getting the full unedited clip. Now, mind you, I wish to say something to Tipster here. Because, as you know, Tipster has walked back a lot of these statements. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that he's walked it back. Do you want to know why I don't care he's walked it back? Because he did this before. He did this before. He did this before. He doesn't learn. And even though he puts out a statement, he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I put my friends in this position. Tipster, you've done this 100 times. This has happened multiple times. You keep doing this. You keep doing this. Every time. You don't learn. This is the issue. And I stated this before, and you can watch my other Tipster coverage, that he has what we call the lolcow gene. And in the lolcow gene, genetically, these individuals cannot learn how to handle themselves. They don't learn from their past experiences. They don't learn from anything. Did I see Ina's tweet from yesterday? Yes, I don't care. I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't care. She can feign that all she wants. It was a terrible video. It was a terrible rendition of the situation. I don't care if people are upset that me and other people like Chud covered it and shit all over him. I don't care. He walked back. Exactly. This is the thing that you need to understand, chat, about Tipster. He gets caught saying something stupid. That stupid thing translates to a shit show on the internet. The shit show on the internet turns into a retraction and a half-assed apology because somebody that he respects says that it's bad. Then he goes back to doing the same thing. It's called the Tipster cycle. Coined by, I think Connor, Augie's roommate, coined it when he did the original Tipster stream shitting all over him. I think that's where the Tipster cycle came from, chat. And shout out to Connor for making that a reality. Because that's his cycle. If you're brand new to the Tipster universe, that's what happens every single time. It is continuously the same thing every time. And I understand, again, that he retracted his statements. That doesn't mean that I can't shit on you for this, Tipster. And to be honest, I think you're only doing this to cover your ass because other people told you not to do this. Instead of just thinking, instead of using your fucking brain and actually going in with a critical lens and a critical view, you jumped the gun and did another knee-jerk reaction. Another knee-jerk reaction. You're killing me, dude. Thank you for the 5 digital. Hey, Mr. Chris, how does Tipster fill 3/4 of the screen with all the stuff? I have no idea, dude. So Tipster apparently created a clip, cut something out of this. I have not seen this video yet. To be real with you, I've been kind of like putting off a lot of this shit. I kind of like played around with the Keffals stuff a little bit. I kind of watched a little bit of this, but it's so fucking boring. I almost blew my brains out, but it's important context for this video, the Vaush response video. It's very important. We also have multiple tweets made by Keffals and Tipster to go over. So we're going to break this up line by line, okay? And confusing, you have a lot of work to do. Anytime I say this segment is over, or I hint or allude to the segment being over, that is a clip, okay? That is a clip. I look like a short stack goblin. Shut up. I am taller than probably your dad, and your mother would call me daddy. That's my answer to you. Kept his mouth shut and stayed out of it. See, that's the thing. Before we get into this, this is the thing that people don't fucking understand, right? You don't need to get involved at all when it comes to other people's drama. You don't have to. If your friends are in a drama and they're in a fight and you have no idea what the fuck's going on, don't talk about it. Walk away. Throw your hands up. You don't need to talk about it. But Tipster always talks about it. And he can't help himself. So this is Tipster's defense of Vaush, and apparently a retraction from the last time that he did another response video to everybody where he mauled and bitched and moaned about
Mr.
Keemstar.
Chris, how does Tipster fill 3/4 of the screen with all the stuff behind him?
This is fat. But, like, you need to understand that aspect before we get into this. Now, this video is apparently a semi-retraction, but we're going to get into that later.
No normal person should be 0 for 5 when it comes to conversations about CP.
Nobody should be.
Dude's permanently stun-locked himself into looping defending something stupid before walking it back.
Dude, he is now known as the guy that is 0 for 5 with lolicon debates. Think about that. He's 0 and 5. I can't imagine even being, like, anywhere near that conversation, or at least losing a debate, or having such a terrible position on Lolly that I lost it 5 times. I would end it all. I would never stream again. I wouldn't be here. You'd never hear from me. Twitter would be deactivated. Channel will stay up as an archive, but you'll never see me again. No uploads, no second channel, nothing. I would never be around the internet. So I want to see what Tipster has to say here, because I haven't seen this yet. So this is all fresh to me. I know a lot of you are from Nick's audience, Larryx's and others. I've cultivated my own, so a lot of us haven't seen this yet, or you've seen it already with Nick. But I want to go over it my way. I have not watched anyone else's coverage yet.
I do have one more thing I want to talk about with you guys today before I wrap up today's stream. And then we're going to call it a night. We're going to raid into somebody. We're going to call it a night.
Yeah, I'm going to raid into somebody. I wonder who that is. Let me guess. Demon Mama, Loner Box, Keffals, or Xander Hall. That's really all you got left. And even then, Xander Hall probably wants nothing to do with you now. Demon Mama probably wants nothing to do with you now, because they've been quiet about the lolly stuff. Isn't that crazy, guys? All the people involving the white nervosa fear of the left have not talked about the lolicon stuff. Now, I touched base with somebody who runs in the political sphere on YouTube, and I asked her, and I was like, hey, how do you feel about the Vaush stuff? Her first response, that is CP. Animated CP. There's no debate. I don't get why other people are debating it. I don't know why Keffals is defending it. I don't know why Tipster's defending it. Even the overly lefty sphere people that are pro-Vaush were even like, yeah, no, you shouldn't die on this hill. You shouldn't die on this hill. Where's Augie? Again, you guys need to donate to me so that I can pay off the IDF to release him, okay?
So we'll get into that in a second here. Un momento.
You need to buy more trading cards for me to release Augie from the IDF.
Chatters. Okay. So,
okay,
now we're going to talk about something that I'm sure a lot of you guys predicted I would talk about today. And oh boy, Tipster had an opinion that made people big mad on the internet. And
who made a big mad on the internet?
Next year, Tipster's going to have a losing streak on CP debates longer than the Undertaker's streak.
That's exactly what's going to happen. I love that. Throws hands up and goes, oh, it's just something that got... Oh, Tipster said something that pissed
Tipster
everyone
never
off.
beating the lowly allegations.
No, we won't. I love that. Thank you for the 2. I love that. Oh, the internet got big mad at Tipster again. Little old me. That I kept saying, well, I never saw the Vaush photos of what was on the hard drive, which is lolicon horse cock porn. And then I defended it, but little old me... Oh, I made people big mad. Okay, Tipster. Okay, dude. This is a good start to you admitting your faults here.
Tipster has a healthy relationship with Loli. Max has a healthy relationship with Cows.
Okay.
Has a healthy relationship with Ginger.
No. Stop it. I say one joke, and then it becomes my bane.
And, it's been something else. So why don't we go ahead and why don't we talk about it? Okay, chat. So as you guys know, there's been a bit of controversy with a content creator known as Vaush as of late.
Thank you for explaining this. Everyone already knows what's going on. Please get into it.
And, there's been a lot.
When I say Tipster's worse than Flam. Oh, fuck. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Loop back to me later.
A lot of people coming for Vaush, H3H3, several people in the commentary community, etc., over the whole incident with the, the leaking of the folder and going back and looking at some of his old.
Say our names. You know who we are, Tipster. You know who we are. Say our names. I want you to say it. I want you to say it. I want you to say who we are, because you know who we are. We've talked to you. We were friends with you. Say it. Say it!
takes on various different topics and debates and stuff, and a lot of people took serious issue with my position on some of
Yes, because you didn't look at the photos that were obviously childlike that had a horse cock in it. That's why people had an issue with you, Tipster.
these topics. And so there's been a
Wait, who is Vaush? Why is Tipster? What are we here for? Oh, Lexi, man, buckle up. You're in for a ride.
lot of pushback, a lot of people big mad at me, and
I love that he just devalues it to big mad. Yeah, people are just big mad at me. Chat. People are just really big mad at me. Just big mad. That's all it is, big mad. They don't have, like, actual criticism for me. They're just regular internet mad. This means it'll blow over in a few days. Bruh. This is gonna follow you for the rest of your life now. Devil's Advocate W, thank you for the membership. Also, I follow you on Twitter now because you have base memes, so now you're a mod.
decided to talk about this mainly because I wanted to clarify some positions, but also people have used this as kind of an opportunity to kind of spread misinformation about me that I wanted to take a moment to try and...
Okay. What misinformation? Genuinely. Other than, like, Keemstar fucking up the Shadman story, trying to explain it, it was real that Chris Tyson did purchase Shadman Lolicon art. That is real. But how Keemstar kind of, like, told AB was wrong. Like, because Keem can't get his shit straight. He can't do it. But, like, what misinformation? You didn't look at the photos. You said it yourself. You tried arguing with people about the photos. Your chat was getting nuked with people saying, Tipster, the photos are lolicon. And you said, well, it's like anime, it's just anime culture. What the fuck is going on?
Clarify. So,
I'm a lefty, formerly pro Vaush. I am sorry for your loss. I don't know about the things he did in the past. I'm currently anti-Vaush, finding out about all of it. It's cheese pizza, and I don't support him. Based! Subscribe to me!
yeah, we're going to do that today. Another person who's responded to this is Keffals. Keffals did a video earlier today.
Oh, Lord have fucking mercy. The Keffals video. Oh, God. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm not kidding. I've never been more excited to review a video in my fucking life than the Keffals H3 video. I am so fucking excited. Oh, I'm so excited. I know it's bad, but that's like the best kind of video, okay? That's the best kind of video where it's bad. And then she doesn't know the history between Ethan and Keem at all. Zero. Nada. She doesn't know shit. And I love that video. I love when people make shitty videos about internet history, especially internet drama history. I love it. I love when it's a bad fucking video.
Called Vaush and the Hypocrisy of Ethan Klein.
Thank you, Sam.
Originally, I had planned on reacting to this video, and I decided, you know what? I'm not going to do that. But if you guys want to check it out, I'll post a link in chat. And if you're watching this as a YouTube video later...
Please, God, who has the dislike counter? Because I don't have it, and I heard it's inaccurate. I just want to know it. Whoever has a dislike counter, go check out Keffals' video and tell me what the dislike counter is. Bobby, love you, Chris. Found your channel. You're my second fave commentary, bro, right by a Diorio. Based! I will eventually take over. No, I'm kidding. I know my place.
I will share the link in the chat for that as well. But I kind of wanted to make...
5.4K dislikes. Is it a negative or a positive ratio? Is it a negative or a positive ratio, chat? I'm actually curious.
Make my positions crystal fucking clear on this, because if you look at a lot of the coverage of this situation from H3H3 or people in the commentary community or other people who have...
Tipster, you should never bring us up again. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Tipster should literally be on, like, gag order for bringing up anything involving the community. As 5.4K dislikes with mostly negative ratio. Based!
Talked about this, you would basically get some crazy opinions that, like, Tipster's got some crazy take here.
Yes.
And the take that they are showing is not reflective of what I actually think at all. They would tell you...
Based, Tusky! I love it. I love to hear that somebody subscribed to me and my enemies.
you things like, Tipster's defending the existence of Lolly. They would tell you things like Tipster is defending Vaush's position that, CP is okay, and just like a bunch of crazy shit that's just not fucking true, okay?
Okay, what's not true, Tipster? Can we just get into the root of the problem here? Is it, okay, what's not true? That Rum liked a tweet of Lolicon. Then you proceeded to also, in solidarity, we're going to go over that later, a bunch of other tweets involving Lolicon. Is that untrue? Is that untrue, Tipster? Did you not see the Vaush photo of what's in the folder? That's true. You said it yourself. We caught it on camera. What else? The Chris Tyson defense. Are all these things not true? Come on.
So before we get into this at all, I just want to make my positions here very fucking clear.
Yeah,
okay?
make them clear. Go on.
I'm not okay with Lolly. I think that shit is insanely degenerate and fucked up, and just
Good job, Tipster. You should have said that from the beginning and not defended Vaush. You could have walked away scot-free on this one. I completely disavowed Lolicon, any of its consumption, and Vaush had Lolicon on his computer. Done! Done! You could have walked away as a hero. You could have walked away as a hero.
Not okay with it. I'm not okay with CP, okay? Nor am I okay with justifying the existence of CP. And I'm certainly not okay with children having sex with adults, okay? These are things.
What about horses? What about horses? What about horsecock? Like what Vaush had on his computer. What about horsecock?
That I am not okay with. And so if you came away from other people's coverage thinking this fucking Tipster guy is insane, like,
oh yes, the diaper first stuff too. That's also true. I might actually bring that up. Devil's Advocate, post that link in chat and then I'll pull it up after the Tipster stream.
why is he okay with this shit? I'm absolutely not. If you want my honest opinion about what happened with Vaush and the stuff that was on his computer, I think that he was insanely careless, and I don't think that shit should have been on his computer. I think it's a real problem that he had that shit on his computer, and I think he should be more careful in the future.
Okay, more careful in the future. Oh my God. Okay, Tipster. See, you were sounding really good there. I just have one note. I just have one tiny bit of criticism. Very tiny. It's very small. Okay? Very small. Very tiny bit of criticism. Very little crumb of criticism. Maybe not say to do that in the future, or maybe say you should never download Lolliporn at all whatsoever. If you see an animated character that looks like a child, it's most likely a child. If not 100% a child. Just not have it on your computer. Don't even download it. Don't view it. Don't jerk off to it. It's very easy. It's so easy. Just don't have it on. Just don't look at it. Don't jerk off to it. Don't save it in a porn folder.
Now, I know a lot of people are like instantly condemning him because like, oh, he had, supposedly Lolly on his computer and therefore...
It's not supposedly. It never was supposedly. It was never supposedly. Never supposedly.
Like he needs to be like canceled and like, he's a pedophile now or whatever. And I just...
The man had a folder to goon to Lolicon. His defense of this is so goddamn terrible. How else am I supposed to handle this? The man had porn folders to goon to. They were literally listed X-video photos, GIFs, and videos. What was he going to do with that, Tipster? Was he just going to admire it? Just stare at it and do nothing? Was he just going to look at it and go, that's a good piece of artwork. Next slide, please. The next horsecock porn, please. No, he's cranking it. He's cranking it. He's jerking off to it. Like, come on, man.
I tend to be a little bit more charitable in the sense that I feel like a lot of people on the internet instantly want to assume malice where ignorance could be a simple answer.
I don't know how there's ignorance when it looks like a child. It's not ignorance. Unless you're blind, deaf, retarded, there's no way that you can't tell that that's a child. There's no excuse in my book. It looks like a child. There's no debate.
Issue here is that, like, when you're talking about like hentai and anime and stuff like that, the art style is so ambiguous that sometimes you could be looking at a character that looks like an adult character, and then you later find out it's not an adult character.
Don't save it to your porn folder then. If you knew that, if you know that about anime culture, don't jerk off to hentai. Easy. Don't get turned on by animated drawings. Don't touch yourself to that. Jerk off to regular women, grown women. Have regular fetishes. I'm here to kink shame with the rest of the world for horse cock and lolicon. You should not be jerking off to that shit.
So it's not always like easy to tell. If I could give you guys honest advice when it comes to this kind of shit, if you're into adult content, stay the fuck away from hentai, okay?
Thank you for the advice. Thank you, Tipster. It's incredible. It's super easy. Just don't watch hentai. Like, we should start excommunicating all people that watch hentai.
You might see something that looks perfectly fine in hentai and then find out, oh, that's like a 16-year-old girl. Well, fuck that shit. Like, just stay away from hentai. If I can give you guys honest to God advice, stay away from that shit, okay? Because you're asking for fucking trouble at that point. So yeah, when it comes to like the stuff that was on Vaush's computer, that's not okay. I'm not okay with that. I'm willing to give him the charitability of hearing him out and saying, hey, according to him, I didn't realize what it was, but apparently it is lolly, and that's not okay. I'm willing to give him the charitability of assuming that maybe this was an...
Why didn't you look at it? As fucked up as it is to look at that artwork, before you start defending someone, you might want to reach out to Vaush or look at the actual fucking video that was posted all over Twitter for everybody to see. So you can confirm it. So that you don't jump and kick and like do a knee-jerk reaction to defend someone when there is CP on the computer and he admitted to it. He admitted to the lolly.
Accident, and I don't want to jump to the conclusion that he's a pedophile over that shit. That's essentially my position when it comes to the stuff on his computer. Now, when it comes to the arguments he made in previous debates, I feel like what's happening here is we have a lot of normies who aren't familiar with the debate space, and they're...
You know I got you, Rich. You know I got you. Rich, please. Come on, man. Like, I don't think I'm crazy here. I think this is bullshit. I think Tipster doing this is retarded. Keffals is a fucking goddamn, what's it called? A fucking grifting snake. Then you have Vaush that admits to it, says it's short stack goblin porn. Now it's turned into, well, anime culture is what made it normal for me to save, you know, anime porn to my computer. What the fuck is wrong with you? Am I retarded? Do I have a problem with this?
Getting their first glimpse of some of the crazy shit that happens in the debate space, especially in the early days.
Thank you for the 20, Rich.
Of this space. They're starting to see this shit and they're like, holy fuck, what the fuck is going on? But like, if you've ever spent any time in this space, any significant amount of time, some of the shit, and
you were there for a year. If you have spent any significant amount of time in the debate space, Tipster, you were a drama channel for fucking years. You were not a debate channel for years. You couldn't even last a whole year in the debate community. You haven't lasted that long. You did 11 months. And now it's dead. 11 months. You weren't there a long time.
References in my last stream, some of the shit that people debate or some of the arguments that people will use in a debate to back up their positions are like really fucking insane, okay? I talked about the fact that in the past, you know, Destiny has done debates about incest, and Destiny has done debates about...
Does that involve child pornography?
Thanks for the
no.
Stud.
His apology video that Vaush should learn not to keep porn on his computer. I was like, dude, what the fuck? That's not the big issue. Thank you! Like, that's not the issue. The issue is cranking it
First
to a lolicon. That's the issue.
Using pragmatic CP to treat pedophiles through exposure therapy. There was the infamous dogfucker debate. Like, some of the shit that people debate about is so bizarre. I even heard a debate one time, and I know some people in chat know which one I'm talking about. There was a debate one time where someone tried to argue that another person is a pedophile because they think that if your partner has a foot fetish and you go out in public barefooted, where children may be present with your partner that has a foot fetish, then you're engaging in an act of pedophilia. Like, it's so
That's not the issue, Tipster. There is okay. Let's keep pulling it back because Tipster's going off on a fucking tangent here. Let's remove all the word salad that Tipster just expounded onto our screens together here. Shall we? Shall we dissect that real quick? It sounds like you're dancing around the actual issue that there is a drawn child taking horse dick saved on a man's computer. There's no debate. This isn't a debate. This isn't a debate. There's no debate.
Fucking weird, right? So essentially, like, my take on Vaush's previous takes is this, okay? I think that...
Oh my God, now we've gone from, man, I don't avow lolicon, but I'm going to try and defend Vaush on the CP argumentation. Okay, here we go.
They were misrepresented in a way to make it seem like Vaush was being pro-child pornography or in favor of children having sex with adults, and it's just not true. Like, if you...
Oh my God, okay. This is what we were trying to establish before, okay? Because I'm going to pause a lot in the Tipster video because it actually gives me like a fucking migraine. It's giving me a migraine. Tipster. There is a pattern of behavior with Vaush. Now, were some of those things potentially clipped out of favor for Vaush? Sure. But the problem is still, no matter what, he had those argumentation points. Those argumentation points have created a vortex of shit for Vaush for 5 years. Then he gets caught with lolicon CP horsecock drawings on his computer. That is an established pattern of behavior that can lead people to believe that what Vaush was saying originally, he's into. That's it. That's it. I don't get how he's not understanding that.
Actually listen to the subject matter that's being discussed. Did he use a horrible fucking analogy to make his point? Yes, he absolutely did. This is something that Vaush himself would admit that, yes, he used a horrible fucking analogy to make his points. But anybody who comes away from that and says this guy's in favor of child pornography...
He cannot condone flam, but then gives Vaush the benefit of the doubt is simply political for Tip. Dude, that is true. He'll call Flamenco a pedophile. But then when he is confronted with somebody that he's cool with or somebody that he wants to be cool with, keep that in mind. Tipster says, I've never spoken to Vaush. I've never spoken to Vaush. We're not even friends. So somebody he wants to talk to gets caught with lolicon CP. He doesn't call them a pedophile? Okay.
And this guy is in favor of, you know, adults having sex with kids. That's just not the case. As a matter of fact, I want to show you guys this compilation of clips of Vaush literally arguing the opposite position of that. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at it.
The vegan gains debate, that's a solid F. Not only did I not make my arguments well, at one point I made my anti-child pornography argument so poorly that it got clipped out of context and people are using it.
It's kind of funny that Vaush looks back on that and that conversation with vegan gains actually woke him up that his child porn debate tactic doesn't work.
Tipster is a one-pump chump.
Am I about to give Vegan Gains a W? That Vegan Gains apparently opened Vaush's eyes that maybe saying stuff about CP doesn't really get your point across. It makes you look like a deranged lunatic. Vegan Gains taught Vaush to not talk about that shit. That's insane to me. Vaush started 5 years ago, right? He's 29 now. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. Started at 24. I started at 27. I have never, in my entire life, in human history, ever, in my fucking life, thought that if I get into a debate with somebody, that I should use CP as a debate tactic against them.
As an argument that I support child pornography. My basic argument is that, like, why is child pornography bad? Because to produce it, you have to hurt children. Because it hurts people to produce it, yeah? Producing child porn requires...
Yeah, it's retarded, Tipster. We get what Vaush was trying to say. It's stupid. 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 You don't need to show that to us. We have all collectively said this is fucking deranged for him to do this.
harming a child. The argument I'm making is that it frustrates me that liberals recognize child pornography as bad. Great, nice, well done. But then they're really, really defensive of like global commodity production chains that involve child slave labor. Like they'll talk that off like really, really, really readily. You know, like, oh well, there's no other choice. Oh well, we don't have to care about that. Oh yeah, dude, like cobalt that's mined up is done by child slave. But you know, like whatever.
Yeah, if I had to choose between child slavery or CP existing in the world, I said this last stream, I choose child slavery. I would rather have child slavery in the world. I'd rather have this little kid digging with his bare hands, collecting cobalt, than CP. I'd rather. W cobalt.
That's just how the economy goes. Oh, dude, whatever. Like, we make computers. They look sick, bro. Like, don't think about it. So that was the argument that I was making originally.
But you have a streaming computer.
I don't know. Me personally, I would have tried to find another example.
Me too. Hey, no, hey, me too, buddy.
Holy shit.
Jesus. So yeah, essentially he was making an argument against child slave labor, and he just used a really shit analogy to make his point, right? Like there are plenty of other ways that you could discuss this shit. And yeah, you know, using a child pornography argument and, you know, that shit, probably not the best argument to use. There are definitely better ways that you can make that point. In any case, you know,
it just sounds like major projection. Tipster sounds like he's projecting hard. Yeah, bad analogy, bad debate point, bad this, bad that. Dude, you sound like you're talking about yourself here.
I just think it comes down to, yeah, it was not a great argument to present his point. There were better ways to do it, but I don't think he's in favor of child pornography. And when it comes to the lolly shit that was on his folder, that shit should not have been there. And if I'm being completely honest, he's fucking retarded for having that shit on his computer.
How is it just retarded? How is it just retarded? There's way more to it just being retarded. Way fucking more. Way more. There's an entire sub-level basement as to why that's bad. And Tim's just like, I think he was just being retarded. Somebody saying something on Twitter is just them being retarded. Somebody saying something stupid on a live stream is just them being retarded. Actively saving Lolicon on your computer with a massive horse dick with it is bad. It's horrible. It's pedophilic.
There's so many people who are making the argument that I am defending Vaush having lolly on his computer, and that's not the case.
But you didn't look at the damn photo, and you kept defending him.
What I'm saying is that I don't want to attribute what happened in that situation instantly to malice. I want to give him a little bit of charitability and assume that, okay, he's saying that it was an accident. He didn't realize it was lolly, and that's why it was on his computer, but he got rid of it as soon as he found out. I'm willing to be charitable, give him some charitability, and assume that, okay, maybe he's telling the truth here. Is it possible?
You're misunderstanding Tips. He should have saved it on his phone instead. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Tipster's amazing tweet that's like, Vaush, just watch porn on your phone like a normal person. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Possible I'm wrong? Sure. And if more stuff comes out at that point, then hey, that's something that Vaush has to deal with on his fucking own. Like, I ain't saving your ass if more shit like that comes out. Okay, Vaush?
Oh, yeah, you really saved his ass that last time. Tipster, you made it worse. Chat, can I ask you? The situation wasn't as crazy as it was until Tipster and Keffals poked their nose into it. One's in the chat if you agree with me. One's in the chat if you agree with me that Tipster and Keffals getting involved in the drama made it 1,000 times worse. I'm just curious what you think.
You're on your own at that point. But like, honestly, like, I really truly think the internet is so quick to attribute things to malice when more often than not, it's just ignorance or fucking stupidity. And
I'm seeing a lot of ones. Yes, chat, we rise.
Be honest, if you've seen that clip, he looked really fucking stupid in that clip. All right. Now, I just wanted to make my positions on that crystal fucking clear because everybody seems to be ignoring my actual positions. No, I'm not defending lolly. No, I don't defend the production, consumption, or creation or whatever distribution of CP. I'm not okay with these things. Okay. Let's make it crystal fucking clear. Now, some people have used this as an opportunity to
Okay, listen. Not defending Keemstar. Not going to defend him on this one. He fucked up the story. Now, Rum did not post the lolly. She liked the lolly. Keep that part in mind. Keemstar fucked that part of the story up. I will fucking say that. But Keem has a legitimate gripe against people that draw lolicon art. Do you want to know why? Because of the Shadman drama. Because of the Shadman drama. Shadman, if you don't know, drew Keemstar's daughter in a sexually explicit manner when she was a minor. Tipster knows this. Tipster talked about it. Tipster understands how horrible Shadman is. But when it comes to the Chris Tyson stuff, oh, it's just Chris Tyson being canceled for being edgy and edgy jokes. No! Chris Tyson personally purchased lolly art from Shadman and posted a picture of it. That artwork, pray to God that it is thrown out. Burnt at a fucking stake somewhere. I hope Shadman dies of a heroin overdose. I hate that guy so much. But it's not an edgy bit when somebody purchases the physical fucking artwork of Lolicon.
To represent some things that have happened with me in the past and try and not only dig up old arguments that I made and misrepresent them again, but also tell the story in ways that isn't accurate to the truth. An example that we can take a look at here is this Twitter video that Keemstar sent to AB, who is part of the H3H3, I guess you could say their production team or whatever. But let's play this video and I'll address these points word for word as we go along, at least the parts that pertain to me. So here we go.
Things you need to look for. Tipster, all right? Not the first time he's defended Lolly. Almost a year.
Which, by the way, I didn't actually defend Lolly. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Didn't defend Lolly. Did not defend Lolly. Let me show something real quick. I'm going to put this up on the screen for you. I wonder if I can find this real quick. Didn't defend Lolly. Okay. Just gonna put that, I'm just gonna put that right there for you. Just gonna put that right there for you. Didn't defend Lolly, by the way.
Go to the day. One of his moderators posted on Twitter a picture of Lolly. Now before
That's wrong. Leave it to the guy who runs Drama Alert to 14 seconds into a video already get it wrong. What happened was I had a friend who is an artist. She does moderate for me, but she's a friend. And she follows many different artists on Twitter. Okay, I'm going to summarize this, but if you guys want the full context, I did a video on this last year that you guys can take a look at. It's this video, my response to the drama.
The greatest Tipster video ever made. The greatest Tipster video ever made. My response to the drama.
I'll link it in the chat, and I'll try to remember to put it in the description for the YouTube video as well, if you want the full context. But just to summarize what happened. I had a friend, she's an artist, she follows several other artists on Twitter, so art is constantly shown in her Twitter feed, stuff gets retweeted into her Twitter feed.
You know what? I'm gonna throw some people under the bus that I know. I know some artists. I'm friends with some artists. Why is your shit in 720p? Because my fucking computer and the Wi-Fi, because I can't have a direct line connection to my my router. This is what I can stream at. I'm pretty pissed about it, and I'm trying to fix it. So please be patient. Next stream, it should be fixed. But I want to bring something up. I have a bunch of friends that are artists. Two of them I've actually talked to the Lockout trading card game to get them as artists. Reminder, purchase some cards and a pack up on the link in the description and in the link in the chat if you want a Tipster or my card. These two people, I referred them over. I like these artists. They're very good people. Three artists I'm actually friends with. Two of them are part of Lockout. I hope that they take on the other one, right? None of these artists like Lolicon art on my feed because I follow all of them on Twitter because I'm friends with them. I'm cool with them. None of them like Lolicon art, and it hasn't ended up in my feed. They follow a shit ton of artists. So how is that a defense? It's not. It's not. It's a cover-up.
Etc. Okay, and so while she was scrolling through her feed, according to what she says, she accidentally liked something that the community.
How often are you accidentally liking tweets? That's retarded.
Community later deemed to be Lolly. Okay, and so they started attacking her for this, and she came to me in a panic, in a Discord call, and she's like, "I don't know, like, what the fuck, like, to do. Like, I'm freaking out." And we talked for like a solid hour about the situation.
Bullies, no, do not do that.
And ultimately, what I decided to do was I decided to defend her because she was being called a pedophile and a lolicon, and I know that she is not either of those fucking things. So I defended her, and I also said, I don't even know if this qualifies as lolly. Like, that was essentially all my argument was at the time. I don't think my friend is a lolicon or a pedophile, and I don't even know if this qualifies as lolly. And
I don't even know if this qualifies as lolly.
Those questions somehow got...
I don't know. I don't know how this qualifies as lolly. Dude, the people that were attacking her were Alex Gekmo and Spondyle. Alex Gekmo and Spondyle. Listen, I'm cool with Alex and Spondyle, but I'm going to be real. Why are you taking those motherfuckers seriously, Tipster? Why are you doing it? What? If Rum comes to you, if somebody comes to me and says, oh, Alex Gekmo and Spondyle are bullying me, I'd be like, ignore them. Ignore them. Ignore it. What the fuck are you doing? I'm going to say this. W. Spondyle and Alex Gekmo for, like, just making Tipster freak the fuck out to the degree that he did. Jesus. Can't believe that even happened. Thank you for the 5.
Fun into me defending Lolly, which is not the fucking case.
Or that moderator could even...
And again, my friend did not...
And Boblax was even the one that posted it. It was Alex and Spondyle that were, like, fucking with her about it, like, laughing at her about it. Boblax is the one that's being like, Rum literally liked CP on my timeline and I unfollowed her. Like, again, Boblax fucking comes out of nowhere. I forgot that Boblax was the one that tweeted that. That's it. What's in response to this tweet? She did it himself. She never even asked for his defense. He made it worse. Yeah, I know. I know that. But it's really funny that he's going with that narrative. That it's like, oh, well, you know, Rum came to me just crying her eyes out. Oh, just crying her eyes out. Me having my shoulder open to Rum. Just letting her cry it out on my shoulder. That people are bullying her that she liked lolicon on her computer. Oh, I'm so sorry. Such a horrible thing for you. Meanwhile, he's just defending her out of nowhere, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, I can't forget that Mr. Girl also commented that it is lolicon. Mr. Girl, the man, the myth, the legend.
Not only did he debate
said it was a
people on
child.
whether or not it slowly, he also liked a bunch of art done by the creator of that CP to spy critics.
I know. We're going over that, Pigeon. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I got that queued up for after this.
Post the picture. As Keemstar just said, my friend liked a picture on Twitter by accident, and as soon as people brought it to her attention, she unliked it.
respond. Tipster started defending her left and right. Then...
Yeah, I did defend her, because she was my friend.
The moderator...
Do you not hear yourself? Did you not hear yourself, Tipster? I want you guys to listen to that again. I want you to pay attention to this.
My friend liked a picture on Twitter by accident, and as soon as people brought it to her attention, she unliked it.
Pay attention.
respond. Tipster started defending her left and right. Then...
Yeah, I did defend her.
Why? Why? It's a bunch of tards on Twitter talking shit. Why do you have to throw your body on the pyre? Why do you have to jump on the raging bonfire? She's a grown-ass woman. She can handle it herself. What the fuck? I defend her. She's my friend. Dude, you literally said the exact words were, you never saw a woman with small tits before? You didn't have to do any of that. You didn't have to go on a live stream with Xylee and debate it. You didn't have to go on a live stream.
You know you're a loser
Penny
when
Page
you
and
two
Xylee.
kids old enough to be your sons consistently make you spurg out on Twitter.
God.
Because she was my friend.
The moderator realized, oh my god, I posted Lolly, I'm in the wrong, and apologized and deleted the tweet. You know what Tipster did? Double down,
Keemstar got that wrong. I will say that. He got that part of the story wrong.
triple down, and still defend her. But
Yeah, because they can...
He was correct that he tripled down and defended her. He went on the Keemstar show, he went on Twitter, and he went on Xylee stream before they confirmed with the artist that it was Shotokan.
You to attack my friend, so like I was defending my friend.
that's not it. Also, Chris from Mr. Beast.
This is the one that really ticks me off. This is the one that really ticks me off. Listen to this.
But that's not it. Also, Chris from Mr. Beast, right? He got exposed for posting Lolly, right? Back in the day. The artist that made the Lolly that Chris posted from Mr. Beast is the same artist that drew my daughter in a sexual way and got canceled.
That's actually true. This artist in question that he's talking about, this artist is known as Shadman or Shadbase, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But this is true. This artist did draw.
What the fuck is this? Leon, I swear to God. Okay, no. I had to pull that off screen.
Keemstar's daughter, who was, I think, like 6 or 8 years old at the time, in a sexual way, and I think that's fucking disgusting. we'll get into Shadman in a little bit.
Canceled. Shaman or whatever the fuck his name is. All right. So it's personal. This is personal. I hate this shit. It's fucking disgusting.
I'll put it on later.
All right. Guess what Tipster did? Tipster defended Chris from Mr. Beast and that post and that fucking post.
It's not exactly what happened, and we'll get into that in a bit.
So
Tipster doesn't even remember his own fucking defense.
he has a long history of doing this. Here's the best part. Flamenco is a content creator who got exposed for having lolly or posting lolly or something like that, right?
Uploading Shotokan called Boy Soprano. Get the story right, game. Come on. Come on, dude. Seriously.
And last night,
Allegedly, because Flamenco's a fucking freak.
on Tipster stream, somebody donated to Tipster saying, you and Flamenco should go bowling together. Tipster said last night on stream, no, Flamenco is a pedo. Flamenco's a pedo,
I mean, Flamenco probably is a pedo, and he's definitely a stalker and a Kiwi farmer and a real fucking...
God fucking damn it. I'm so fucking pissed. I'm so pissed, dude. I'm so pissed. I'm so fucking mad, dude. I need to listen to that again.
Last night on stream, no, Flamenco is a pedo. Flamenco's a pedo.
I mean, Flamenco probably is a pedo, and he's definitely a stalker and a Kiwi farmer and a real fucking weirdo. I don't...
But Vaush had CP saved to his hard drive, like animated CP to his hard drive. But you'll defend Vaush and not confirm the information.
regret what I said about him.
Tipster, but what about Vaush?
I don't regret about what I said about him. Please, Tipster, no.
Nor do I take it back.
But what about fucking Vaush? So I want these hypocritical fucking scumbags fucking deleted.
Notice
I
how
want
he
them
says
deleted.
nothing.
I want
No,
them fucking deleted.
Notice how he said nothing about the Vaush thing. Notice the minute Keemstar was like, well, if you're going to call Flamenco a freak and a pedo, why aren't you calling Vaush a pedo?
Remember, Mr. Anti-Deplatform Keemstar.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I have something to show you guys. Keem actually had a response to this. This particular segment here. Let me find it real quick. I wish I had this pulled up, but I don't have it. Oh, here it is. This is Keemstar's response to Tipster about the whole Mr. Anti-Deplatform. I support deplatforming Tipster and his cartoon CP friends. There's Keemstar's official response.
Advocating for people being deplatformed over false pedo and lolicon allegations. Okay, nice. Anyway, the rest of it's just about Vaush. I just kind of wanted to address that point. Now, he mentioned someone known as Shadman, aka Shadbase. I'm going to fill you guys in on who this legitimately disgusting person is, in case you don't already know. We're going to start on their Wikitubia. We're going to cover basically the description of who they are.
Thank you. Okay, you're really going... Dude, you know the story. How do you not know? Dude, Shadman is the most infamous creator. How do you not remember Shadman? Okay, quick rundown because Tipster's going to bore you with the Wikitubia page. Shadman used to be an artist. This artist was big in the art community circles, animation community, friends with Psychic Pebbles, fucking Oni Plays, all these guys. He was known as a provocateur, and for his really, really provocative art, used to draw lolicon in sexually suggestive manners. People just thought he was edgy, so they were cool with it, which is kind of gross, aka like Elvis the Alien was one of those people. And Shadman drew a lot of lolicon that got his artwork taken down by the website in Sweden, where he was living at the time. People defended him, a bunch of retards. And he decided to draw a lolicon of three actual children. One was Lieutenant Corbus, one was the girl from the movie Logan, and the other one was Keemstar's own daughter. There you go. That's all you need to know. See how fast I did that instead of going through an entire Wikitubia page on this guy?
And we're also going to cover a couple of their controversies, so you can kind of get an idea of who we're dealing with.
You see how fast I just went through that? So, we're just going to...
His website shut down because of free speech.
Yeah, Switzerland. He's Swedish.
It's insane. Now let's look at some of his controversies.
Blah, 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 blah.
So,
I already did all that. That was
history,
really easy. Tipster, it's really, really easy to describe the situation with Shadman.
And people were supporting this guy and defending this guy. It's nuts, right? So now, let's get to where I supposedly defended this art. The example they're using of me defending his artwork is this post that I put up when I defended Chris Tyson. Now, you guys may remember Chris Tyson was getting a lot of transphobic harassment, threats against their life. People were trying to make them out to be a pedo.
Okay, I want to show you something because Diorio broke it down pretty easily. This is a lie. Nothing was brought to his attention. He defended Chris Tyson while fully knowledgeable on the context. The context was showing that Chris Tyson actually posted the artwork on Twitter and said, nothing gets me cranking my knob more than Lolicon. And Tipster is going to defend that. Watch.
Et cetera, et cetera. I was defending Chris Tyson because people were trying to be
Swiss, not Swedish. Fuck.
Transphobic towards them.
Swedish is... Bro, I'm a retarded American. Leave me alone.
And one of the things they did was they dug through a bunch of old tweets and found some jokes that they had made and tried to use those to make them out to be a pedo.
I apologize for slandering the Swiss. I should have said Swedish. I'm sorry to all of my Nordic brothers out there in the world.
I'm going to go ahead and play this YouTube short. It's also on TikTok, so you guys can see what I had to say. All right, guys, so as you know, there's been a lot of people on the internet making a big deal about the fact that Chris Tyson from the Mr. Beast crew came out as gender non-conforming recently. And
I love that that's like the most important thing to bring up. No, it's Swiss, not Swede. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry.
They're trying to like make...
I know where New Zealand is.
A lot of outrage and drama surrounding somebody basically just trying to live their life. But it's gotten to the point where people started digging into...
You guys fucking suck.
like old tweets of theirs and stuff like that to find some reason to cancel them. And the latest thing is that apparently Chris Tyson is a pedophile because he made some edgy jokes about lolly and kids. Now, I gotta be honest, they're not the kind of jokes that I personally would make, but we've literally gotten to the point where making edgy jokes makes you a pedophile.
Okay, Tipster. She posted the photo on Twitter showing that she bought it. That's the context. That's the issue. And you're saying that's an edgy joke. You're saying that's an edgy joke. She posted the photo that she purchased, the artwork from Shadman. That is not a joke. That's not a joke.
Kid you not, that's how low the bar for pedophilia has become. At this point, give it like a month or two, and you'll be considered a pedophile just for breathing the same air as children.
Tipster, you're retarded. You're retarded. There's a difference between edgy jokes and then purchasing Lolicon. That's not a... He's so confident in this photo. He's so... I'm going to DM this to Migsy because she's going to get mad at me. There you go. There. He looks so happy.
So that was the video, okay? And people are passing around this video.
Yeah, true. New emote, chat. Should I make that an emote? One's in the chat if we should make that a new emote.
Saying that I defended Shadman art in this video. Never mind the fact that I don't actually mention Shadman's art in the video at all, but this is being used as proof that I defended Shadman art. What I said that I defended was jokes, edgy jokes that Chris made that I personally would not make because, admittedly, they're jokes that make me really fucking uncomfortable, okay? Now, let's actually get to the bottom of this. I found an old tweet of mine about this situation.
But Tipster, you do understand that these are, sure, you can chalk these up to these are the jokes, but you didn't look into why people were canceling them. It wasn't just the jokes. It was the Lolicon that they purchased and hung up in their living room.
I said, while I wouldn't make the jokes myself, we have apparently reached the point where making edgy jokes equals pedophilia. Boy, oh boy, we have really lowered the bar at this point. And I think that's true. I think on the internet, people have like lowered the bar to an insane degree of like what is considered a pedophile to the point that pedophile has almost lost all meaning, right? And I think that like when you make serious allegations of somebody being a pedophile.
You made a masterpiece on accident? Are you fucking serious? What? Devil's advocate, what have you done to me? What have you done to me? It's a good photo. I like that.
And
that should be drawn. That should be drawn and hung up in the Sistine Chapel.
You do it in this way, it really kind of mocks legitimate victims of pedophilia in a way. And I don't think that's okay, right? But anyway,
that mocks legitimate victims of pedophilia. First we go with the non-binary defense. Now we've gone with you're gonna devalue actual victims of pedophilia, bro. You can get every time you do this fucking shield shit.
While I wouldn't make the jokes myself, we have apparently reached the point where making edgy jokes equals pedophilia. Boy, oh boy, we have really lowered the bar at this point. Before you know it, pretty much what I said in the video, breathing the same air as children will make you a pedophile. This person, Dame Pesos, responded to me and says, after
oh God, he responded to Dame Pesos. Oh no. That's like, oh no.
Going through the entire Twitter, they only have 2 jokes from 2016 to show. Pathetic. They started to cry about the guy before they saw those tweets anyways. It's all a lie. They don't believe any of it anyways. I then responded, oh, and by the way, if you guys want to see the jokes, again, very distasteful jokes, not jokes I would have made. I believe Chris would have been 20 at the time, so young and dumb.
I'm like actually getting pissed at this because like these tweets are in correlation with the Lolicon artwork that was found posted to their Twitter account. That's why people are mad at Chris. You didn't understand the context and you just went and defended it. Ergo, you defended it.
Nothing gets my knob a-cranking like some lolly. Oh God, it makes me uncomfortable just to repeat it, to be completely honest. And then we have this one. That bitch looked good for a 4-year-old. Now, we don't know what he was responding to.
Remember that Tipster thought that Boblax's throbbing horsecock alt account was too edgy for him. That's so true! He tried saying, Boblax saying, I want to fuck trans women or something. Like, I don't care if a woman has a dick or something. Like, didn't he say that to Boblax? He's like, oh, the throbbing horsecock account. And Keffals is going, you sexually harassed me on Twitter. And Tipster was like, oh, that's too edgy, bro. That's too edgy. Dude!
Because the original source tweet was deleted. But yeah, not a great joke, okay? I do think it's a joke, but not a great joke, to say the least. Now,
I miss Boblax's throbbing horsecock account. Boblax, bring it back.
The last tweet in the thread, I said the following.
Tipster thought that Boblax's throbbing HC alt account was too edgy for him.
Yeah, I know. That was fucking retarded.
Even the bit about the Shadman drawing was apparently an edgy bit. It's why they posted fidget spinners with the pic. Typo. It was...
Even the bit about the Shadman drawing was apparently an edgy bit. I don't know how purchasing Shadman Lolicon art can be considered an edgy bit. Period. If anyone buys Lolicon art as an ironically funny thing and try to use it as a bit, you're a pedo. You're a pedo. Don't care if you're 20 years old. Don't care if you're 18 years old. You like children. I'm saying it. I don't care. I don't care. There's no bit for buying sexualized art of a child.
Supposed to be a cringy joke, lol. Granted, given his history, you won't catch me buying Shadman art. You gotta remember, in 2016, a lot of people liked and supported his art. It was a weird time. And this is true. A lot of people supported this guy's art. And like I said, it wasn't like a big secret that he was a lolicon. I don't know if Chris knew or not, but like...
He bought the artwork!
Like, who knows? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. In any case, let's move on here.
Bringing up a Jalen tweet to prove your point.
For Mommy Keffals also Tipster.
Bro. Tipster bringing up a Jalen tweet. I love that.
You might have noticed in that last tweet, I said that the Shadman art was a bit, like a joke, okay? The reason why I said that is because the YouTuber Jalen had reached out to Chris Tyson at the time to ask them, yo, what's the deal?
The YouTuber Jalen.
With the Shadman art. And again, this is a situation where maybe I shouldn't be charitable, but I'm going to. Jalen tweets, a lot of people back in the day interacted with Shadman. In fact, a lot of people defended what Shadman did as edgy humor. He had a massive...
Your Honor, it was just a bit. You know, the CP, it was just a goof. It was just a bit. Your Honor, why are you putting handcuffs on me? Wait, why are the police taking me into custody? Your Honor, it was just a bit. It was just an edgy joke. Like, why are you so mad?
Platform, I think to paint Chris as a lolicon or knowingly supporting Lolly is blatantly dishonest. So they reached out to Chris.
Thank you thank you to over 500 people in the live stream today. Make sure you buy a pack of the Lolcow trading card game. If you want to see the downfall of Tipster, just hit the link in the chat or go into the description. You can buy yourself some Tipster cards and my own card.
Ask about the art, and this is what Chris had to say at the time. If anyone ever asks, just say you talked to
me. Get this straight. Saying you wanna have sex with trans women is too edgy. Purchasing lolicon of a real 11-year-old girl and putting it in your living room isn't.
Bro,
WTF.
It was just a goof. Come on, Pigeon. It was just a goof. Don't you get it? It was just a goof. Purchasing lolicon porn and hanging on your living room was just a goof.
Me, and I explained it as a shitty joke. It was a shitty joke to get likes from a reply from Shad. I didn't even know about all the stuff he did, but one of his controversies, I stopped interacting with him a long time ago.
Where did the artwork go then? Where did it go? Come on, Chris. Way to dodge about the artwork. Way to dodge the question.
So according to Chris, they didn't know about all the lolly shit, and they just did it.
Oh, they didn't know about the lolly shit. Did you not see the photo that they bought?
As like a meme post. I'm willing to be charitable and say, okay, maybe they're telling the truth. Maybe they're not.
The white Bowser's just an edgy guy. Chat, can we get white Bowser as a predator in chat, please? I want to feel like this is a too high for stupid stream.
But at the end of the day, if you are actually, and this applies to Chris Tyson as well, if you have Shadman art and you supported Shadman, I take serious fucking issue with that. Because contrary to what people are saying about me being okay with Shadman's art, it's not true. It's simply not the case. I think
people said that you defended Chris Tyson when they purchased lolicon art. You are dodging the question.
I think that person is a horrible fucking person. And like the fact that they would not only draw lolly art in general, but they would actually take actual children and make lolly art of real fucking children. That's disgusting. You'd have to be absolutely insane to defend that. And I never would. As a matter of fact, I have a clip from a stream where I comment.
That's him reacting to a fucking goddamn EDP video. EDP tries to save face. What? Why would you title it like that? Listen, EDP is 100% a pedophile. Like, that dude wants to fuck little girls. But when he said that Chris Tyson's a freak for having lolicon art, I gotta give EDP the W on this one.
On just that. And
if you have not seen EDP's video on Chris Tyson, it's fucking crazy.
Take a look at what I had to say about it right now.
Which is like a crazy thing for me to say that I have to give EDP a W in any retrospect.
Is Chris Tyson is friends with somebody named, I think his name is Shadman.
Shadman is a pedo? Yeah, I'm perfectly comfortable saying Shadman is more than likely a pedophile.
What about Vaush having it on his computer?
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, he's bringing up the
Gerard Davis was just an edgy guy.
Captain Gerard Davis was just an edgy guy.
Shad-based stuff. I don't know if I've heard anything about Shadman and Chris being friends. I know there was a controversy involving the fact that Chris allegedly owned, like there was a picture he posted on Twitter.
It's not allegedly when they post the photo in their home. It's not allegedly anymore.
Of him owning like a piece of artwork by Shadman. And I've seen the artwork in question. I'm not going to show it on stream for obvious reasons. But the artwork looked like it depicted someone who was of adult age. It looked like somebody who was very petite, kind of like a Belle Delphine type.
Whoa. Looks like Bella Delphine. You saw it. You saw the photo, and you're trying to rationalize it as an adult that looks like Bella Delphine. You saw it. You saw the photo.
Figure it might have even been a drawing of Belle Delphine. I'm not really sure, but it was something to that degree, right? And so, I mean, my issue with that was Shadman's a very controversial figure. Okay, very controversial. They have drawn some really fucked up shit in the past. Okay, and so I will say this. I wouldn't be supporting Shadman. I don't know if he purchased that artwork or just printed it out or something like that, but I wouldn't be signal boosting or supporting Shadman's work because of his history. But either way, like I've seen the artwork and I don't personally think the artwork is anything.
You're a fat retard! You're a fat retard! You're a fat retard! Like,
anything questionable. It's just the connection to the artist in question. It's like, yeah, I would not be supporting that guy. Just being honest, just being completely honest, I would not be supporting Shadman. But I don't think they're friends. If they are, that's news to me. I think. Okay, so this was my position. When did I put this up? This was my position, May 17th, 2023. Okay, I saw the art in question. I don't know if that particular piece in question is Lolly.
But when you, I didn't know. Oh God, please, someone fucking shoot me. Hold on, I gotta listen to that again.
Okay, so this was my position. When did I put this up? This was my position, May 17th, 2023. Okay, I saw the art in question. I don't know if that particular piece in question is Lolly.
Bro, you just looked at the photo. It looks like a child. It looks like a kid. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It looks like a child.
But even if it isn't, it's Shadman art. Someone we know for a fact is a lolicon. And if Chris is lying and Chris has possession of that art, that's a problem. And they should rightfully be called out for it.
That's such a good... Tailored. Thank you. The drawing had a missing tooth and fucking braces. It's a child. But Tipster's defense would be, well, what, grown-ass women can't have small tits, missing teeth, and braces? What's wrong with you, Chris?
And maybe they should address it. I know that they addressed it in DMs with Jalen, but maybe...
What a pedophile. I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. We haven't even gotten to the Keffals video yet. Oh, God.
It's worth having a conversation about. I'm not going to jump to the conclusion that they're a pedophile or a lolicon, but yes, if they have that art, that's an issue. The other thing I saw some people trying to take out of context, because people have been trying to, like, ever since this situation with defending Vaush popped up and misrepresenting my arguments in defense of Vaush, people have been digging into previous conversations or topics I covered and trying to use it to spin a narrative that I'm a lolicon or a fucking pedophile. And this situation...
I would never call you a pedophile, Tipster, but I'm going to say it right now. You need to have, like, your shit checked. Like, I'm going to be real. I'm starting to believe it. Like, I'm really starting to own into it. Do you want to know why? Either release your private folders or something at this fucking point. Here's why, right? Here's like my concrete statement as to why. You have done this way too many times to look at something that looks definitively like a child, and you keep trying to defend it. At some point, some way, you try to find a way to rationalize it as something else. That's why I have an issue with you.
And how haven't you been banned from the Elmer's glue factory from drinking it all?
I don't know, Pigeon.
Was another one I saw. There's this reality star known as Shauna Ray or something like that. And this is a reality star who has some kind of disability.
I did see Shinji, that the cancer man himself is now aware of the Tipster lore. The next Jim stream, if he lives to next month, will be legendary. It will be legendary, chat. I will tell my YouTube channel that Jim is going live about Tipster. I will fucking do it. I will promote the shit out of that.
Whoa! Were there 22, 20...
This was about Vaush. Tips to waffle.
Yeah, remember when this was about Vaush?
3 years old, but they look like a child because of the disability they have. It's kind of similar to what...
If you don't know who Medicare is, Springy Boy, you have a lot to learn.
Andy Milonakis has, where, like, Andy Milonakis is in his 40s, but he looks like a fucking kid, right? So some people have taken my previous coverage of that situation, more specifically a tweet, and we'll take a look at the tweet in a second. And they're referencing this article here. The headline of this article is, 22-year-old who is stuck in the body of an 8-year-old admits her parents are afraid she will attract pedophiles because of her childlike appearance as she opens up about dating struggles. Okay?
Okay, Tipster.
This article, which was released the 26th of January, 2022, keep that date in mind.
Yep, keep going.
Is being used to say that Tipster talked about this situation in a tweet on Twitter, and he hand-waved away the concerns of this girl and her parents. Now, if that were true, that would be really fucked up, and that would be a kind of sussy thing for me to do. The good thing is, that's not what I fucking did. The tweet in question is dated January 23rd, 2023. This tweet is basically a year after the article we looked at a second ago, an article that I was not looking at in my coverage of the situation. The tweet in question says pedos aren't attracted to people who look young. They're attracted to people who are young. By that logic, anyone who is attracted to Kiwi Sunset or Belle Delphine is a pedo, shaking my head.
I don't even need to, like, rip this one apart. Because She looks 8, man. Only certain dudes are going to like that, and it's weird. That is what he's responding to as a tweet. Oh my God. Please just fucking kill me. Kill me, chat. Fucking kill me. Like, actually kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me now. I don't even... You already... Bro, I don't even need to rip that one apart. I don't, because it's fucking retarded. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Now, if we scroll up and look at the full conversation, we can see that I quote tweeted a tweet by Perez Hilton. This is the original article.
Way to kind of like not acknowledge the tweet you were responding to.
I was responding to. The tweet says, "This new TV show is so perfect for TLC and their viewers." The title of the article is, I'll just bring it up here, "Man defends dating grown woman trapped in 8-year-old's body after viewers call out red flags."
She looks like an 8-year-old. This is a loophole that a pedophile would use.
Okay. In my quote tweet, I said, she's 23, he's 26. But because her disability makes her short and look younger, him dating her is a, quote, red flag.
That looks like a child. That is not younger. Looks like a child.
This is literally the dumbest shit I have ever heard. People are so desperate for a pedo hunt that they're turning 2 adults dating each other into a pedo situation.
My brain hurts.
My coverage on this topic was about the fact that these two were in a consensual dating relationship, and people were labeling this guy a pedophile for dating this girl. And I'm like, she's an adult, and so is he.
I'm fucking losing it.
I don't think this guy is a fucking pedophile. And I think it's really fucked up because some people were saying pretty much anybody who dates her is a pedophile. And my response is, so is she just not allowed to date then? Because she unfortunately has to deal with this disability for the rest of her life. She's never allowed to seek out a relationship with some...
But you're kind of, again, the criticism originally was hand-waving the concerns of the parents that people with pedophilic tendencies will try to use her disability to get off and fuck somebody and say, well, it's legal. You're hand-waving that aspect of it.
What else? Are you kidding me? That sounds insane to me. So no, there was no hand-waving away the concerns about her parents and her about being preyed on by pedophiles. My coverage and my comments on Twitter were about her being in a consensual relationship as an adult with another adult. You can even see me. I tried to find my original video covering this, or original live stream. I couldn't find it. But I did find this stream of me doing an update to the story. You can see here, update.
Why do you not... How do you not... Wait, what? You can't find your original take on the situation? I'm pretty sure if I said find that stream, I could probably have it in like less than 20 minutes.
On Shauna Ray's boyfriend. This is me covering an update to the situation. I'm dating a 23-year-old woman who looks like an 8-year-old girl. I'm not a creep. None of this had to do with me hand-waving away the concerns of her or her parents. And the person who posted that on Twitter was blatantly lying, being just as dishonest as so many of the people I've spoke out against through the course of this situation.
Everything's dishonest. Everything's bad faith. Everything's mean. Everything's bad. I did nothing wrong. Hey, look, I made an appearance. Look at that, right in the corner underneath LolCow Live. Tipster defends Vaush. Let's go. We're in the response video, guys. Massive W.
I think what's really crazy is like so many people, especially in the commentary crowd, have made a situation that's largely about Vaush, and they've made it about me.
Because you got involved. Because you got involved, and Ethan decided to shoot you down. That's why. Because you got caught in another lolly defense debate. That's why. That's why. That's why people talked about you again. Because you did it to yourself. We wouldn't have said shit if you just kept your mouth shut.
I honestly feel like so many of them don't actually give a fuck about the Vaush situation, and I think
I care a lot about the Vaush situation, but you're an easy dunk. Because you're so fucking stupid. Then you and Keffals go on a live stream and try to be morally outraged for black people because Ethan said the N-word. Are you joking? Dude, you got Paige Christie to hate you. Of course we're going to talk about you two dipshits. Because you're involved in the story now.
The reason why they're covering it is because two people they hate, myself and Keffals, covered it. It got so bad that on Keemstar's new podcast, Lolcow Live, they made the show so much about me, the thumbnail is me.
On Black History Month, no less. Brianna Wu disavows... Bro, fuck Brianna Wu. Yeah, and on Black History Month, chat, how dare they use black outrage for their own means? They ain't even black. Keffals is a white woman. And Tipster's a Mexican. There's no black people in that call.
And the title is me. Vaush is not even in the title or the fucking thumbnail. It got so bad that one of the co-hosts literally asked the question, why are we making this about Tipster?
Here we go. Hopefully Tipster comes too. Oh, hopefully Tipster comes too.
Come on.
I just feel like we're going extra hard on Tipster when Vaush is who we should be, or Vaush is who we should actually be mad at.
I mean, Wings is spitting facts right now.
I love that. Yeah, Wiggs makes a point. We should be focusing on Vaush. Hey, Vaush is nowhere to be found, and you two retards are out there defending each other and defending Vaush. So, of course, you two people, the two retards that you are, will most likely get on a live stream versus Vaush. That's called content. That's called picking and choosing what's going to make the content, Tipster.
I understand that maybe people disagree with my defense of Vaush, and that
maybe disagree. There has been a literal screaming mob telling you that you're wrong. And it's not maybe people have a wrong interpretation of what I said. No, you did this to yourself, dude.
That's fine. You don't have to agree with it. But like in a situation that's largely about Vaush, why am I the guy that's in the title and the fucking thumbnail? It's really telling that so many of these videos by people in this crowd made the situation about me and Keffals.
Excuse me. I made it about all of you. So don't you dare play the game of, well, the community's just focusing on me because I'm... No. The titles and everything is not Tipster only. There's no Tipster only photos. Most of it is Vaush. The one thing I did with Mishi, shout out to Mishi for the thumbnails. She put all of you in it because it involved all of you. The H3 nuke involving all of you was important to the story. You got involved in the story. So naturally, people are gonna talk about you two idiots. You did it to yourselves. Keffals, I know your little gooners watch this shit. You're retarded. You're a fucking waste of space. You can't get shit right. Tipster, you constantly stick your nose into shit that is unnecessary for you. Instead of just pointing and laughing like the rest of us or going over it like the rest of us, you have to actively every single fucking time try to stick your nose into it and be a part of it. Stop it. You touch the poo. You touch the poo. This is what happens when you touch the poo.
And not about Vaush, the person who is the subject of this situation to begin with.
I can be bad about.
Not only that, but there are other creators in this space who also defended Vaush, who I'm not going to name because I don't want them to get attacked the way me and Keffals have been. But
I'm going to say it's Demon Mama.
There are other creators who also defended Vaush, and nobody mentions them.
Because none of them tagged H3 directly and got wrapped up into it and then kept trying to moral grandstand on Ethan the entire time. Nobody did that. None of the other creators did that. But you did, and Keffals did. I wonder why those people aren't getting shit. Maybe it's because they didn't touch the poo. They may have defended Vaush like idiots, and I call them retarded dipshits for that. But you two touched the poo actively. You both did it.
Because these people don't actually care about the Vaush situation. Maybe H3 does, but these people in the commentary space don't actually care about the Vaush situation.
I do. I do a lot. So does Chud. So does Nick. So does Boblax. So does... Well, Boblax just likes making fun of you. I'll be real. But, like, a lot of us have been covering the Vaush situation because we care about it. The sheer fact that this guy has gone flying under the radar the entire time. Willie covered it in a great short video as to why there's such a hate for Vaush right now.
Blackula's influence got into Tipster's mind.
Yeah, Blackula's involved.
They care about is having another excuse to dunk on me and Keffals.
Oh my God, dude. No, we wouldn't have said anything. Nobody would have said shit about either one of you if you two dipshits weren't involved.
That's it.
Multiple people at once. I'm actually kind of good at it.
I understand that, but like I feel like this whole stream though has been more directed toward Tipster than it has been the dude actually committing. Well, I can't say committing crimes because what he has isn't illegal, but it should be.
Okay, so there's that. What else do I have here? The crazy thing is, I know some people will say that like,
oh my God, this is where he's gonna cut Ethan out of context. Yeah, this really kind of like drives home your point when you start going into streams and clipping things out of context to be posted on Twitter so that you can win internet brownie points. That's how you know you're winning the argument. That's the real mature thing to do. You're almost in your 40s, dude. You're almost in your 40s. You are committing bad faith to fight what you think is bad faith. You look like an idiot.
Like, oh, you're being too charitable to Vaush.
People were prepared for them to cut it out of context. Ethan was making jokes. Yeah, I know, because Ethan's done this long enough.
You're being too charitable to Chris Tyson. The thing is, this kind of thing, especially like the Vaush thing, according to Vaush, this is what Vaush says, and I'm willing to be charitable and assume he's telling the truth here.
Oh, God.
Vaush says,
why? What has he done for you to believe that is potentially the truth? What?
He didn't know the art was lolly when he downloaded it.
Is he blind? Is he blind? Okay. Is he blind? Because that's the only logical explanation I could have. Vaush just doesn't have eyeballs. Where is the... I fucking posted it forever ago. Oh my God. Nope, not that one. Let's find it real quick. Let's just find the photo real quick because Tipster thinks that where the fuck did I put it? Holy shit, I tweeted so much about the Vaush. Ah, here it is. Tipster, is Vaush blind? That's a child. That's a child. Child. Now, keep that photo in the back of your head while I rewind that real fast.
Thing is, I know some people will say that like, oh, you're being too charitable to Vaush. You're being too charitable to Chris Tyson. The thing is, this kind of thing, especially like the Vaush thing, according to Vaush, this is what Vaush says, and I'm willing to be charitable and assume he's telling the truth here. Vaush says he didn't know the art was lolly when he downloaded it, and so when he found out, he disavowed it, okay? And I mentioned earlier how like anime art is very unambiguous. Like it's not always easy to tell the age of a character. You might see a character that on the surface looks obviously like an adult, and then you look into the lore of the character, it's like, holy shit, that's a 16-year-old girl or whatever the fuck, right?
Are they all blind? Is Tipster blind? Is Vaush blind? Is Keffals blind? Is all of Vaush's defenders blind? Is everyone blind?
Love ya, no pedo.
Are they blind? Does Vaush not have eyeballs? Does Vaush not have eyeballs? He must be Helen Keller level retarded.
Whoa! Tipster thinks it cause Keffals says that there was no loli in the Vaush tax folder. Monkey see, monkey do.
Very true. Thank you for all the re-ups. Confusing for the 6 months. I feel like I'm experiencing some deja vu. Yeah. I blame the Japanese for normalizing lolly. Me too. They're so retarded even after Chris Chan denounced Keffals. Bro! Even Chris Chan denounces Keffals, dude. Chris Chan hates Keffals. Isn't that great? That might be the funniest thing I've heard all year.
And it could happen to anyone. Anyone can have a situation like that. Now,
yes, confusing. They've been retweeting tweets shitting on Keffals.
Does that make them a pedophile? I don't think so. I'll even lend that same level of charitability to someone who hasn't been very charitable, to Vaush, myself, or Keffals in this situation.
The medallion hath spoken. So true. The medallion hath spoken.
Lend that same level of charitability to Ethan from H3. What am I talking about? Let me go ahead and read the caption of these tweets for you. Actually, I think that this is a pretty funny meme because he refers to the people who he believes to be lolicons as lollipops. So I tweeted out lollipop, lollipop. Oh, Ethan is a lollipop.
Yeah, this is great. This really drives home the point that you know how to handle the situation. Where you stoop down to a level just as petty as the other person. Is that really what we're going with here? We're gonna go with that level of pettiness that makes you look like an idiot.
Pop, bum, just like the fucking song. I know it's kind of cringe. And I have to preface this by saying, for the record, I obviously don't think Ethan is a lolicon or a pedo. But dude, you kind of set yourself up for this one. Just the same way that I'm willing to be charitable to Vaush and Chris Tyson, I will be charitable to Ethan for this clip.
I just want to say I thought she's hot. That's it.
There's a video on 2x speed. It's on 1.5 because Tipster talks so fucking slow.
You didn't? She was like a lady. She's not a little girl. She's like a full-blown 17. Fuck. But it's a cartoon. It's a I just want to...
You know there's a difference between a joke and then somebody actively downloading the CP, the lolly, onto a folder to goon to? There's totally a difference. 100% a difference. Liking it, consuming it, totally different. Totally different.
Homeboy really set himself up with that one.
Oh shit!
We went through this whole reaction without hearing the soundboard, and then we hear it here. Oh god, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting. I haven't seen this video. No. No, chat, no. We went a whole 40 minutes without Tipster hitting the soundboard. The whole 40 minutes. That's incredible. That's a record.
Happily dab up with the Nazis.
Now, I could easily be a total fucking dick and be like, oh, see? Ethan's a lolicon too. Look, he saw an underage anime character.
Question. Did he save it to a masturbating folder? Did he save it to a folder to goon to later? Or did he make an edgy comment? A funny comment, in his words, or a fucking joke? One of these things is not like the other. One of them was a debate lord that really, really wanted to push that this was a good debate point, and that got caught with lolicon CP with horse cocks on his computer. Then there's Ethan. Made a joke. You see how one thing is not like the other at all in any reality, any worldview. It is totally different. Can I join yet? I'm going to be here for a long time, Leon. I need to get through a lot of this.
And said they were hot, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not a fucking, dipshit, right? I'm willing to be charitable and say, he didn't know. He didn't fucking know, okay? So to wrap up this situation, just to kind of give my thoughts, I know I already stated my position at the start, but I'm going to state it again. Make it crystal fucking clear. I am not okay with lolly. I don't defend the existence of lolly, the consumption of lolly, the production of lolly, etc. When it comes to Vaush having that shit on his computer, I'm willing to be charitable and listen to his explanation that, hey...
Why? Why? You haven't seen the photo. So you're just going to take his word instead of doing the research? Why?
It was an accident. I didn't fucking know, okay? It was really fucking stupid and really fucking careless for him to have that shit on his computer. And Vaush, if you happen to be watching this, I'm just gonna be honest with you. You're kind of fucking retarded for having that shit on your computer, okay?
I love that it's just down. I can't watch the rest of this shit. This is actually giving me a fucking migraine. Okay, so we already saw this. Okay, so let's bring up something from Tipster's past real quick. Because apparently he's lolicon blind. Let me explain something to you that not a lot of the regular human beings on the planet are going to know about. It's called diaper furs. Now, diaper furs are a explicit fetishization of child fursonas with diapers. This artist drew over a child, a baby, to draw fetishized artwork of them as a furry. Now, I'm going to read over Devil's Advocate's Twitter thread here. By the way, anybody that likes this shit, you need to be lined up against the wall. No conversation. I choose to repost my accusations of Tipster, seeing no issue with real kids being used as a base for diaper fur in the artist doesn't admit it's a kink for them. He deleted our argument mid-conversation, but I do my best to give the full context to the DMs. Hear what started it all. In early November of 2022, I made the post above in response to the artist of the picture making a cope comic where she excluded the fetish part. Tipster said, "What's my issue exactly?" in the comments. I said it's sexualizing a child by using it to create kink art. Tipster asked me to elaborate further. Me saying it's diaper fur itself wasn't enough. Me explaining the number, which is adult baby diaper lover, wasn't enough either. He then talked about the lyrics lolly stuff. Back then, I had no clue who that was and asked for context in DMs. The convo on November 9th is recorded and will be posted in the replies. He reacted furiously for make him look like he's okay with CP. I assumed the lyric stuff, like most drama I saw in this regard, cute anime with nothing sexual in nature, and tried to figure out if it's that. In case, the case, he then said he deleted his comments, which explained why I wasn't able to reply. Then I deleted my stuff because context was gone. I then tried to switch topics to ignore the discomfort. I had zero clue what the ITG stuff I mentioned was, though. It happened all before the Lolicon drama, so I saw no reason to screenshot stuff, and during the Lolly drama, I talked to some people about it in private, but stood silent because back then, I thought he's getting enough shit already, and I'm deeply sorry for covering this up now. Later on, March 9th, the artist made, again, some weird post, which I replied to with a reminder that she used to work with children. Tipster DM'd me and called it a big yikes. And let me know that after seeing a post by the artist herself, he changed his mind. I don't know when. Exactly that happened because he never mentioned it before. And in November, I wasn't aware of this post existing, which is why I didn't show it to him. In our DMs, he compared it to the Lolly drama. Reminder that around that time, the artist worked with children. I think it was an elementary school. Is this true? Yikes. She was teaching at an elementary school for what I got. Yeah, that's a yikes for sure. I would say that person is a potential pedophile, but sure. Let's just go with yikes, Tipster. And later, toured through schools to show kids comics about a trans 11-year-old. I honestly forgot about that shit, but I seen the post with this morning and was like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, back then, we had an argument because you didn't agree that using this baby as a base counter as sexualizing a minor, as a base count as sexualizing a minor. I know you and I had the disagreement about this before, but later on, someone found a tweet of them admitting to it being a kink, and I was like, yeah, I'm out. Fuck that, lol. How do you look at that? How do you look at that and not immediately think that's the most disgusting piece of shit you've ever seen in your life? Yeah, I didn't get the artist thought process. I often find people jumping to conclusions on the intentions of things, and it's getting frustrating. But I'm super reasonable to people who are willing to hear my perspective and understand where I'm coming from, which is why I'm still friendly with you. You were willing to understand my point of view, even if you disagreed with it. As of the tweet coming out that admitted it was a kink art, I no longer stand by my prior statements on it. So you see what's happening here? This is him being retarded and jumping the gun multiple times to defend things without looking into shit. Now, again, I am not calling Tipster a pedo. I'm calling him retarded. Let's see here. Thought process was meant to be how she thought people wouldn't figure out. Gotcha. Let's see here. Even if you disagree with it. As of the tweet, don't understand. It wasn't really a defense. More like I didn't understand the issue. How didn't you understand the issue, Tipster? How didn't you understand the issue? It was coming from a place of ignorance. Kind of like a recent lolly shit. I can't post the videos in the thread for some reason, but I will put a screen recording of our March 9th conversation in the replies or so. I also have a November one, but expect him to say he's deleting his comments and nothing important happened. But Tipster didn't see why people were outraged by this. Keep that in mind. So let's go back to the rum stuff, okay? Let's go back to the rum stuff real quick. So if you were not aware, Tipster, this is the art in question that rum liked. Tipster, to spite the commentary community and get mad at everybody calling out rum for liking that photo. Let's do a quick scroll of those previous likes real quick. 1, 2. Keep going. Tipster liked these tweets. Huh. You didn't know it was Shota. Bunch of other tweets of the artist. That's a child. That's a child. That's a child. That's a child. Child, 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 child. You get the point. So Tipster did that as a quote-unquote way to get back at the community. Okay? So keep that part in mind. And we already went over the Diorio thing. Okay? I think we're done bullying Tipster right now. He did the same thing with the Keffals Instagram post after I tweeted out a video exposing him. Yeah. Why does he do this? Because he's retarded. He's retarded. He's absolutely a dipshit. That's why. All right. My final thoughts on Tipster. Tipster, you should honestly never defend anyone in your entire fucking life. You should never get involved in drama. You should never be talking about drama. You should literally give it up. You should literally give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. No more. If some of your friends get into drama and you want to keep making content, don't defend them. Don't get involved. Because you just make it worse. All right. That's the segment, and that's where Confusing is cutting that whole segment. So that's an hour and 46 you got to work with, Confusing. Now we're moving on to my favorite trans advocate, my best friend. Keffals. My best friend. Keffals. It's time. I don't have like a rape review thing. Nick, that's Nick's whole thing. I'm not stealing URR, bro. I can't do it. I'm not that. I don't have that fucking. I don't have that pizzazz in me. So I just want to talk mostly about this, in particular, her video trying to go after Ethan, because if you do not know the history of Ethan and Keemstar's relationship and Ethan's history on the platform, I'm going to explain it to you. We're going to go through this video. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is maybe the worst exposed video I've ever seen in my entire life. This is shit. This is dog shit. This is the worst video ever made. Ever made in human history. This is worse than anything I've seen in my life. And I go through shitty exposed videos all the time just to do research and then verify stuff. And I see some dog shit videos. But this one takes the cake. It takes the cake as the worst fucking video I've ever seen. And that's not because I dislike Keffals. That's literally true. That's literally true. Keffals, this is objectively, with no bias, the worst video I have ever seen somebody put out exposing another person. I am shocked that you kept this up on your channel. Let's get it started. Let's already get started because we're 3 seconds in and I'm already pissed. Tony. Okay. RS Glory and Gold. Now, the man is dead. He's dead. Died of cancer. He's dead. He has zero reason to be in this video. I get what you're going to try and do after this because I've seen some of the clips. You trying to drag a dead man into this and try and stand on a dead person's body, much like Ethan did with Etika, makes you a monster. You're a piece of shit. Did Keem fuck up the RS Glory and Gold thing? Absolutely. He's owned up to that. He still fucking beats himself up about that, I'm pretty sure, to this fucking day. Ethan also treated Tony good before he died. They had a working relationship. They had a friendly relationship. And you trying to use Tony's name to win internet points in a fucking drama debate is disgusting on every fucking level. You're a monster. I said the same thing about Ethan when he used Etika.
Yahoo!
You're a piece of shit. You're actually a fucking creature. You're a fucking creature of the night. You added the Wahoo? You added Tony's Wahoo. You are a ghoul. You're a ghoul. You're a fucking ghoul, Keffals.
Hello, everyone. As I'm sure you're all aware, this has been quite a chaotic week for me. The situation has taken up a lot more time than I would have liked it to.
Because you kept tweeting about it and getting into fights and putting yourself into the line of fire. That's why. That's why, Keffals.
As I've been trying to dedicate more time to working on my new channel, Scared Away.
Fuck this channel. Fuck this channel. Do you want to know why? Because most of her analytics came from Kiwi Farms. That's hilarious to me. You want to know why that's funny? Because you cried. I saw your Discord. You cried that Kiwi Farms watched your video more than your own Discord, your own community didn't even watch that video. I'm not the biggest advocate for Kiwi Farms, but I also think they have a right to exist. Even though they say fucked up shit there and there's fucked up shit on there, they still have a right to exist. It's just a gossip forum. That's all it is at its core. And the sheer fact that they watched your video that you uploaded more than your own community is fucking funny. That shit's hilarious to me.
I would love to be researching and writing on spooky topics completely unrelated to internet drama.
Then why are you getting involved in this? If you wanted to leave internet drama, just don't say anything. Leave. Don't get involved. Do what every other creator does and just don't engage in it. Is that so hard? Apparently for you it is. Because you like the drama. You like being the center of attention. As much as you pretend that drama is a toxic drain on your life and your mental health, you love it. And you fucking know that you love it. You are addicted to it. It's obvious. Because the tweets I'm going to show later shows how you're addicted to it and how much you love it.
Fortunately, I got to address this one, because Ethan Klein and ContraPoints both put me on blast. Now, there's a lot of context behind this entire situation, which I'll try to briefly summarize, but if you want the full context, watch the last video on my live channel, as well as the most recent VOD. I'll put the links in the description, and I'm also going to wager that this video in particular is going to see a lot of viewership outside of my own audience. So if you're new here, please be patient. I like to take the time to set up my arguments before—
I like to set up my arguments, which means talk incredibly slow. Don't edit the video properly so there's screen tearing. Make sure the audio sounds as shitty as possible. Yeah, that means you really like to prepare your points. You definitely didn't make this in a rush. You complete idiot. You definitely didn't make this in a rush, Keffals.
I knock him down. Following Ethan Klein's first stream about Vaush, Ethan would end up bringing up both me and Tipster on his stream for criticizing his coverage of all of this.
I hate to say it, but two people that we are somewhat friendly on the show, Tipster and Keffals, have sacrificed themselves to Lolly Hill.
Not only did Ethan imply both of us are pedophiles—
That clip and then juxtaposed with that sentence is fucking insane. We were friendly with Tipster and Keffals. It's kind of crazy that they died on Lolicon Hill. Well, now they implied that we're pedophiles. Dude, it's just called Lolicon Hill. You're defending somebody who had Lolicon on their computer. You risked it all for the Lolicon war, Keffals. How does it feel? How does it feel, you fucking dipshit?
But any of the thousands of people who were defending Vaush were also pedophiles. It was really gross.
Anybody that defends child's sexualized drawings with horse cocks in it, you might be a pedo. Or you might have pedo proclivities. I have no idea. Why are you defending it? You don't make it easy for yourself when you're defending somebody. When you see that fucking photo and then you go, you know what? I'm going to defend that. Maybe that's what Ethan was getting across, that you, Tipster, and all these retards in the Vaush community don't understand that. That defending him saving Lolicon with a horse cock on his computer is bad. Potentially pedophilic.
And a completely irresponsible use of
thousands of people defending Vaush. What? The Vaush subreddit? Wow. The Vaush subreddit. Amazing.
His platform.
It's bestiality too. Why would you defend a guy that's into horsecock porn? Why would you be okay with that? Why would you ever want to defend this guy in any world when his porn folder gets leaked?
Then responded to people upset over being falsely accused of being pedophile.
Wait, r/YouTube drama is defending Vaush? I want that place nuked from orbit. I want, like, you know that game Helldivers 2? Where you, like, send squadrons of soldiers down to, like, eradicate the bugs? I'm ready for that. That needs to happen. r/YouTube. I'm joking before the YouTubers get, the r/YouTubers go crazy.
By mocking the word pedojacketing.
Also, what the fuck is pedojacketing? Why do you guys have such weird ass expressions?
What the fuck was that?
By mocking the word pedojacketing.
Also, what the fuck is...
What is that? What is this? You're a YouTuber with 53,000 subscribers. What is this? What is this? Dude, even when I was uploading and I have no idea to edit, I have never done something like that. On top of that, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I didn't know what the fuck pedojacketing was until Tipster and everyone else started using it. Chat, serious question. One's in the chat if you know what the fuck pedojacketing is. 2 in the chat if you've never heard it before. I want to get like a community consensus on this because I feel like that word just randomly came out of nowhere. I feel like it came out of nowhere. And now we have to pretend like we know what the fucking goddamn term is. I'm seeing a lot of 2s. A couple of people are seeing 1s, but like I have never, in my life, seen a drama where someone says the words pedojacketing. I've never heard of that.
Pedojacketing. Why do you guys have such weird ass expressions for everything? And how often are you being accused of being a pedo that you need a nickname for it? If they...
I get people explained it, but like I've never fucking heard of it. That sounds like Mixie said, clinically online brain rot.
Jacket fits, you must not acquit. And then here, this is, again, not a real photograph. Cam sent this. And this is not...
This is a joke, Keffals. It's literally a joke. The man is 40. Do you really expect him to know all of these terms at the age of 40, what the fuck pedojacketing is? Do you expect a 40-year-old to know what the hell that is? How are you going to expect a 40-year-old to know what the fuck pedojacketing is?
Real. He is not actually wearing this, but is this a pedo jacket? I don't know.
But then came up with the stupidest nickname imaginable in order to call all of his detractors pedophiles.
I had a little bit of a loss of innocence, and I mean that. It sounds silly, but I'm being somewhat serious when I say that because I did not know that there were so many people that were like CP adjacent.
Is that a wrong description? Is that like a wrong description of what lolicon is? CP adjacent. Is that wrong? I'm going to add to the dislike pile. But like, I don't think that's wrong. I don't think that's wrong for somebody to think that. If you are consuming lolicon, jerking off to lolicon, enjoying lolicon, CP adjacent is probably the nicer way of putting it.
Lollipops, I'm calling them now. Vaush and the Lollipops. Vaush and the Lollipop Guild.
You dare use the Mudahar laughing meme. I know Muda fucking hated this. I fucking know that Muda fucking hated seeing that.
So in response to everything
What's up, Nox?
that happened, I rightfully got pretty mad. fired off a tweet in frustration from getting called a pedophile.
Yeah, because you're an idiot and you do things off the cuff and a knee-jerk reaction, just like your boy Tipster.
Hundreds of times in a single day, and thought I'd rinse my hands, move on, and go back to writing scripts for spooky videos on my new channel. Was tweeting while I was angry and upset a bad idea? Probably.
Why is it always probably? Can't you just own up to it? Yeah, me tweeting that out in anger was a bad idea. Just say it. Why are you dancing around it? Why is it probably or maybe or any of these things? You fucked up. Own the fuck up. Whoa! Own it.
Pedojacketing is a term only radical leftists use.
It's so fucking stupid, dude.
The sheer scope of the harassment has been unimaginable. I'd save some of the offending comments down, but honestly, that would be rewarding the people who do it.
Reflexively defending evil, concentration guard, Nick has put it. Concentration camp guards. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can definitely say this is concentration guard type behavior. It's a good point by Nick, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
They would see me showing you it as some sort of trophy. Besides, because Ethan decided it was okay, all you need to do is scroll through the r/h3h3 production subreddit.
Yo, shout out to Just a Worm, bro.
Because Ethan decided it was that would be the harassment has been unimaginable. I'd save some of the offending comments down, but honestly, that would be rewarding the people who do it. They would see me showing you it as some sort of trophy. Besides, because Ethan decided it was okay, all you need to do is scroll through the r/.
Yo, W Worm. W Just a Worm. W. I was gonna rage you, but my chat said no. It's all right. Not a lot of people like me.
H3H3 production subreddit to find dozens of comments and memes calling me a pedophile. Even edgy jokes I have made in private in the past are now being used by the H3H3 audience, with Ethan's
tweeting, I only had sex with girls with small breasts so I could close my eyes and pretend I'm having sex with a preteen and immediately losing 50,000 followers. That's fucking weird. Why would you even say that? Of course they're gonna look at that and go, what the fuck is this?
blessings, of course, to justify calling me a pedophile and dragging my reputation.
Thank you for the membership, Metal Murder. Thank you for the Chad's membership. You're the best, dude.
Through the mud. I know it might be hard to believe, but the reason that I even said that in the first place was honestly gallows humor. It felt a bit empowering, at least.
Oh my god, it's just, I was making an edgy joke, guys. Why are you so mad at me? Gallows humor. Can't these people talk like normal human beings? Can't these people talk like normal human beings?
Private. To make edgy jokes like that, well, thousands of people speculated about how terrible of a person.
Why is the editing so bad?
I was going to raid you, but my chat was like, no. Sorry, dude.
Keffals ran to Blue Sky? You've got to be shitting me. Yep. While we're going over this, Keffals has apparently ran to Blue Sky because Twitter bullied her too much. To all wigglers in the Wigglerski migration, if you respond to the skeet in the Discord, you will appear in this custom feed. I forgot what it's like to ship posts without constantly worrying about Nazis. This rules. Nazis. We're all Nazis. Everybody that makes fun of Keffals is a Nazi. I'm a Nazi. You're a Nazi. Your mother's a Nazi. Your grandmother's a Nazi. Your grandfather probably was a Nazi in World War II. But listen. Listen. We're all Nazis. We're Nazis together. We're Nazis adjacent. I'm making a list that goes to mostly comprise insane Nazi stalkers who join this site to fuck with me. Feel free to subscribe to it for a better user experience. The Nazis are back. It's 2024. The Nazis are back and stronger than ever. You're such a pathetic fucking waste of space, dude. You fucking scum.
I am, based off of no substantive evidence. In 2022, when I sent this text message, I was relentlessly being called a groomer and a pedophile by conservatives due to my work advocating for transgender youth. The fact that false allegations of pedophilia in order to discredit me came up so frequently.
Abuse has led her to becoming hyper-vigilant, sometimes unable to connect with her audience as directly as she would like. Oh, so you want to have a parasocial bond with them. That's weird.
Journalists have actually written about it before. This situation.
Oh, well. You want parasocial audience. Let me So you want a parasocial audience to support this, huh? Now, if you don't know what this is allegedly the bathtub HRT, DIY HRT hormones that Keffals was helping people out in Discord with another individual. She wanted to build a community to help these children by providing them illegal drugs. I'm going to say it. Drugs that I personally believe that you should be of 18 to make a decision to do that. This is what they gave to kids to help them transition. I wonder why people were mad at you, Keffals.
Keffals also had a problem with throbbing HC and told Tipster to be offended.
I remember. But like, I'm telling you, that's why people were mad at you, Keffals, because you were helping support something like this. Now, I am all for trans people. I'm not a bigoted person in that aspect, right? But giving kids drugs without a doctor to help them through the process and teaching them how to make it or selling it to them or giving it to them under the table without a doctor is fucking terrifying. Why would you do that? And why is the image lolly on the packaging? Why is it fetishized lolly on the packaging, Keffals? I wonder why people were mad at you.
The situation only got worse when ContraPoints decided to call me out directly on Twitter, followed by blocking me despite me never publicly interacting with her throughout this controversy whatsoever. I want to choose my words carefully here and dissect how disingenuous and outright malicious ContraPoints is being.
It does also say girl dick and keep out of reach of parents. Remember that.
Here. This is a situation where on a surface level, this all seems fine, but she didn't know enough about the situation to even comment on it. I never defended anyone consuming sexually explicit childlike images, and yes, being dead named and misgendered alongside being called a pedophile hundreds of times in a single day is transphobic. And this started after Ethan Klein.
Are you trying to say that Ethan is transphobic? And that everybody that criticizes you for that horrible shit make me transphobic for sitting here and going, that's wrong. That's a bad way of doing it. That's not transphobic. That's me as a concerned individual that if I had a child and they were going through something like that, I would be open to it, but I wouldn't let them buy drugs from some fucking weirdo in a Discord. I would have a doctor, somebody that's medically professional and licensed to look at that. And ContraPoints made two tweets about you.
And decided to call me a pedophile. If you want a pretty clear example of how Ethan's rhetoric has led to transphobia, Bad Empanada, a leftist YouTuber with 120k.
Okay, we're bringing in Bad Empanada now. Bad Empanada says crazy shit all the time.
Subscribers said that as a collective, trans people are racist pedophiles in response to watching Ethan mock the concept of pedojacketing.
To pedojacket trans people. First of all,
okay, Bad Empanada has a fucking retarded take, and that somehow means that Ethan's fault for that. How the fuck is Ethan responsible for Bad Empanada's retarded take, Keffals? How? How is that possible? How is Ethan responsible for Bad Empanada?
First of all, whoa, I didn't say anything about trans people, and the fact
Tipster also ran to Blue Sky. Oh god.
You even brought that up in this conversation is really fucked.
It's so fucking weird too. Like, a lot of these people, I honestly just they seem to like be obsessed with using trans identity to like defend the indefensible. Like, you're not attacking them because their opinions is dog shit because they're defending horrible things because they are.
His first post is asking about any mommies being on there. Screenshot and tweet at me. Screenshot and tweet at me so I can see that. Whoever has that fucking whoever has that screenshot, please. Please. Oh, Demon Mama's going live. Demon Mama is gonna go live. She's angry. She's angry and she's gonna go stream. Oh no! Are there any goth mommies on Blue Sky? Oh no!
They are horrible people. No, the only possible thing is
he used the poking fingers
because they are trans. Like, they are, honestly, as a collective, they are on average pedophiles, white, racist, yet they like, you know, they're pedophiles who do racism from a position of whiteness, and they defend themselves from a position of transness. And it's fucking disgusting.
I think that people need to be careful about false allegations of pedophilia. And in fact, this was something that Ethan Klein knew all too well, because he rightfully put Keemstar on blast back in 2016 for falsely accusing RuneScape Twitch streamer Tony Winchester of being a pedophile, resulting in years-long intense harassment.
He falsely technically get Keffals in trouble for malpractice.
I don't know. I don't know the law. I would assume that's the situation.
Accused an elderly streamer of being a convicted pedophile. Ugh. I mean, how does he ever even live this one down? And do you know what his evidence was? Wait for it. He looked like the guy in the photo. Yeah, that's it. Now, Keemstar likes to act like him and Tony are all good, but here's a clip of Tony talking about the incident 1.5 years later, describing how this one mishap on Keemstar's drama alert ended up with years of endless harassment for him. Have a listen.
One time I had, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people threatening to kill my family, harassing my sister, my nephews. I mean, me, I mean, you know, they were just, they took...
The fact that you're using Tony is fucking disgusting. I know I know your point is like, well, Ethan should know the harm of falsely accusing somebody of being a pedophile. Dude, you're defending somebody that was caught with lolly CP, lolly horsecock porn in their folder. Keemstar accidentally calling Tony a pedo because he looked like the guy in the photo, and then correcting that record within 30 minutes, apologizing, trying to work with Tony. Situation didn't work out, and then Ethan picks up this story and then tries to make it out like Keem was a fucking monster, which he fucked up. He's owned up to that. That's nothing new. People have known that for fucking almost a decade now. But it doesn't change anything. That doesn't change that Vaush was caught with Lolicon CP. Tony has nothing like that going on. Never even hint of it. So you using Tony in this way is fucking disgusting.
Hacked my RuneScape account. They hacked our YouTube channel. They did more crap than you can even possibly imagine, okay? All about how I'm a child molester.
I'm not defending Keem, Danko. Did you not hear me say that Keemstar was a fucking idiot for that? Kill yourself, Danko. Unironically, end your life.
And a pedophile.
It'd be easier on the world. That's a joke. That's totally a joke.
Anyway, I sent a little Twitter out. I just said, Keemstar, just so you know, your BS a year and a half ago still causes me trouble every day.
It's just outright disgusting to me that Ethan Klein is willing to call people pedophiles seemingly without any consideration for the ramifications of his actions. And even more disgusting,
I pulled a low-tier God moment.
That he has put others on blast.
Based.
For doing the same thing that he is doing now. But of course, maybe over the years he stopped caring about right or wrong. As throughout most of his recent stream when he engaged in all of this vitriolic behavior, he made sure to let everyone know how much money he was making doing this.
And I'll tell you this, Vaush and friends, I am making money right now. And I hope that bothers you. I'm gonna make a ton of money right now, bro.
Wow, Ethan makes a fucking joke about making money off of you retards. And that's somehow like a bad thing. I don't get it. I don't get it, dude. I don't get that. I just don't fucking get it. I don't get it. He was being told that he's making money off of this, so that's his motivation. He hears that, makes a joke about making money off of it, and then Keffals is like, see, he's just doing it for the money. Fucking dumbass.
And you know what? I don't give a fuck.
It's just so sad to see. What happened to the Ethan that was standing up for Tony Winchester? I mean, this is how
using a dead man's body to stand on something. I find that disgustingly deplorable.
Ethan reacted to me wanting to de-escalate this conflict because I genuinely care about the people that are involved in this.
She says, I'll try giving him a call later to see if this can be sorted instead of becoming online blood sports. Well, listen, that's kind of my business. We're in a bloody business. And y'all just defended animated CP, so let's giddy up.
Even when it's
I would call this bad faith. I would call this using a dead man to make a point.
far as to say that he knew he was engaging in defamation and encouraged Vaush to sue him.
Vaush should legitimately sue Ethan for slander. Someone says, as nice as that would be, I doubt there's enough case to have a case. No, there is. The amount of slander and false accusations are more than enough for a solid lawsuit. I said, I'm begging you, please, I'll even crowdfund for you to sue me. Let's do it.
Makes a joke. Dude, Ethan is literally known as the dude that gets sued all the time. He's literally known as the most sued YouTuber. One of the most sued YouTubers on the platform. He has multiple lawsuits under his belt for defamation, copyright abuse, all of that shit. I don't even like Ethan. And I'm telling you that this man has a reputation for winning these lawsuits. So if he makes a joke about somebody suing him, he knows what he's doing.
Serious. I would be fucking over the moon if you sued me. Please, bro. Yeah.
Going back to ContraPoints for a moment, ContraPoints absolutely knows what she is doing and is being intentionally malicious. By lying and saying that I am defending someone's consumption of childlike sexual images and calling me harmful to the trans community, she, a significantly larger creator, basically gave the signal to everyone to dismiss all of my criticisms and in fact to escalate the harassment even further. The worst part about all of this is how disproportionate it is. I only have 43,000 subscribers on my main YouTube channel, and
I only have 43,000 subscribers. Oh no! Ethan's punching down. He has millions of subscribers, and I only have 43,000. Okay. I'm going to say it now, again, because apparently I have to repeat this every time that I go through something like this or cover a drama like this. You are a public figure. You have made a public statement on YouTube and Twitter and other platforms. You can be criticized. I don't care if PewDiePie has 100 million subscribers, shits on a 10 subscriber Andy. Do you want to know why? Because you are the dumbass that made your voice heard on the internet. It is open for criticism. It is open to be mocked. It is open to be laughed at. Doesn't matter. If a person with 10 million subscribers shits on somebody with a 10 subscriber count, you could be shit on. So playing the whole, oh, well, I only have 43,000 subscribers. Ethan's just punching down. Why would he do that? You're an idiot. Ethan is I hate Ethan, but he's right in this moment.
Getting my reputation dragged through the mud by people who have tens of millions of subscribers collectively between all their platforms. What I think is even more heinous, however, is that ContraPoints discussed in her video canceling how harmful and damaging it is when smaller creators have false allegations spread against them, unlike larger creators like Ethan Klein, who have the money to pay for PR and can easily bounce back.
I've also become very disillusioned with the way these accusations are thrown around so frivolously on social media.
Now, I don't know anything about ContraPoints, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know anything about this person.
By the way they're used to escalate conflict instead of promote understanding. And by the way they're sometimes weaponized to destroy people who have made mistakes, but who really don't.
It's not a mistake, Keffals. It's Keffals. Slow the fuck down. Slow down. He downloaded He downloaded Lolicon. I literally showed the picture earlier. He would have to be blind not to know that that is a child. He'd have to be blind. This isn't like, oh, it's a goof. I accidentally downloaded this, or it's a goof. You know, I just like looking at it. There's no mistake there. It's on his computer. He downloaded it to sort it into a porn folder to goon to. Stop.
deserve to be destroyed. Now maybe you're thinking, destroyed? What do you mean destroyed? James is a 20-year-old millionaire on his way to owning his own makeup empire. And you are completely correct. If you're James Charles, if you're a superstar, then being cancelled,
oh sweet Jesus Christ, James Charles.
most likely does not destroy you. The cancelers blend into the general backdrop of haters, and they can set you back a few million subscribers and a lot of emotional turmoil, but in the long run, they can't really touch your success. But here's the thing, what if you're not James Charles? What if you're a small creator? What if you can't afford public relations?
Oh my God, she added a crying. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be joking. No. 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 She put her own channel and a crying fucking whatever the fuck that is. I don't even know. You've got to be shitting me, dude. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. This takes poor me to a whole new level. Yes.
What if you belong to a marginalized
Italian? What if you belong to a marginalized group? You give Italians a bad name. I'm Italian. I'm gonna tell you right now. You're not welcome to the gabagool party. You're not welcome to the pasta visual. You get no gnocchi. You get no mozzarella. You get no prosciutto. You get none of it. You are now excommunicated from the Italian community. No more Italian. Forget about it. Forget about it. You're no longer in the Italian community. Get the hell out. You get no mozzarella. You get no pepperoni. You get nothing. I'm going to write a chorizo manifesto. No more chorizo for you. Nothing.
community, and you rely on that community for support. Well, in that case...
No more spaghetti. No more spaghetti.
Life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should
destroy
yourself now and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer.
She gets none of the gabagool.
That's covered up so that we can breathe inside this blue trapped bubble.
I feel like throughout this entire fiasco, the things I have actually been upset about were simply...
See, now I want Italian food after this. God damn it. I want some nice chicken Alfredo. Nice grilled chicken Alfredo. Damn. Now I'm hungry.
Ignored. And I want to lay out my arguments, as well as address some of the accusations made against me, both by Ethan Klein and ContraPoints. What I'm upset about in this situation more than anything is
El Pasta. Who the fuck hates pasta?
Ethan presenting his audience.
She gets no fettuccine. Zero fettuccine.
Clips from Vaush's streams that deliberately cut out very important context. For instance,
you've been banned from the Italian community. It's all over for you, sweetheart. It's all over.
This is a clip that Ethan Klein played on his show to prove that Vaush is a pedophile.
Here's
funny pot in our own chat.
It's funny because people go, "Oh, he's taken out of context," but listen what he says.
Yes, 100%. Listen very carefully to the exact language that I use.
Listen very carefully as I express myself articulately and clearly as I possibly can.
I've yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of
Keffals gets to fartuccini. Bro, I have yet to ever talk about the fart porn. I have never talked about that. I'm not going to get into it right now. This is just that's so much lore.
Child pornography should be illegal.
That was pretty bad, right? Here's what was said immediately after that clip was played, which was not shown on Ethan's stream.
File porn, like drone stuff, should be 100% legal. In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal. Actual child pornography. How's that for a hot fucking take? Now, to clarify on this take, as I feel it necessary to do so, we do not, in this country, typically criminalize people who have procured media or resources which were the product of abuse. It is not illegal to own necklaces that have slave diamonds or whatever. What are they called? Yeah, blood diamonds.
She gets no calamari. No calamari. None. She gets no lasagna.
Yeah, all of our clothes produced by sweatshops, our computers, the silicon and lithium mined from literal fucking slaves. In our
this video is gonna give you a seizure. Yeah, this shit is bad.
Society, we have already deemed that people are not responsible for the mechanisms by which the media they consume and the content they engage with are produced. No. Right now, you like that argument?
Why didn't you add that full context, Keffals? Why'd you cut out 57 seconds? Yes, I understand it's him yelling at chat, but it's him yelling at chat about this situation.
Ooh, you like that? You like that moral culpability? You're all worse than fucking CP owners, and I am too. Do you like that? No ethical consumption under capitalism. Shit sucks, right? But if we accept that argument for slave labor, then we definitely have to accept it for child pornography.
No, we don't. We don't have to accept that. Nobody has to accept that, because I would rather child labor than CP. I'd rather cobalt. I'd rather a little kid be going in the cracks of the earth, going deep underground into the mines of Moria to collect cobalt for my streaming computer than anything involving CP. I'd rather that.
None of it is, yeah, I agree, none of it is ethical. But we've already made this social decision that people are not responsible for the systems by which the stuff they own is produced. We've already made that decision. You're right, but you're kind of revealing your power level. No, this is exactly what I fucking mean. I'm right, but I'm revealing my fucking pedo power level because I'm right. No, this is a moral inconsistency in society. The answer should be that all of these things are bad.
This was a common occurrence throughout all of Ethan Klein's coverage of Vaush. Here's the most heinous time that it occurred.
Please, right now, uncuck your dumb shit libcuck fucking SJW brains and recognize this empirically correct fact that I am about.
Once again, he sets it up in the clearest terms possible. Clear your ears out, everybody. Sit down and listen to every word, which I mean with my whole body and soul.
Spit. It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well.
That's game. I don't know how he survived that one.
What? Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't know how he survived that either. It's a crazy fucking statement. That's a crazy statement to make, and I understand that it's clipped in that way, but it's still crazy to say it out loud in the first place. To try and argue some other sort of debate point. It's crazy.
I don't know how he survived that one.
Once again, absolutely horrendous, right?
Why did Keffals have to use the bouncing dog thing avatar in this video that's supposed to be serious? Because she's dumb. She doesn't know how to handle drama. She doesn't know how to be in drama. She doesn't know how to articulate her points well because she's an idiot. Like, that's all it is.
Absolutely no way this could be justified, correct? Now I'll show you the full clip with the context from before and after the clip was played, which Ethan Klein did not show his audience.
Not that you guys misunderstood. I just think that...
I swear to God, confusing. I swear to fuck. If you go and work for Keffals, I will fire you so goddamn fast. I will literally make your head spin.
This is very dumb for you to misunderstand.
And you know what's funny is that Ethan did show this context. That's like the best part, is that Keffals is pretending that Ethan didn't do this part.
This point. It's not like you guys misunderstood. It's just like, this is embarrassing. Okay, look, this is super duper simple, okay? Act utilitarianism is about considering the consequences of a specific action, okay? It is possible, please right now, uncuck your dumb shit libcuck fucking SJW brains and recognize this empirically correct fact that I am about to spit. It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well. That is possible. However, categorically, we discourage those relationships because, as a rule, it is substantially more likely that enabling them would cause harm in society. That's the difference between act and rule utilitarianism. An act utilitarian would say, oh, this is an instance where it was good for the adult and the minor to have sex. That would make it a good action. But the...
God fucking damn it. I absolutely hate this shit. Why are you even using this as an example?
Rule utilitarian, which is what I am, would say, even though that individual outcome was good, the act was still bad.
The individual act is still bad. Bad. There's no good ever of a child and an adult having a relationship. Period.
Because
notice how Keffals hasn't brought up the lolicon on the computer yet.
In general, in a broader application, for adults and children to have sex with one another leads to horribly destructive outcomes. For that reason, it is an unethical act. So on the off chance it might help someone, we just allow everyone to engage in a generally destructive practice, except that's the literal exact opposite of what I am saying. Do you have fucking brainworms? By Fairy 79, I literally made the opposite of that point. I literally just explained the opposite of what you just said. That no, just because on the off chance it might help someone, we shouldn't categorically support an action because I am a rule utilitarian.
Another thing that really bothered me was that Ethan never showed any of the numerous times that Vaush has talked about how CP is bad throughout his years of being on the platform.
The vegan gains.
This video is so poorly fucking rendered. Oh my God, I'm actually having a fucking aneurysm.
clickbait, that's a solid F. Not only did I not make my
We already went over all this for the fucking Tipster stream. Ugh. Guys, do I even need to watch any more of this shit? Because the rest of it is just her fucking moral prostrating over everything. And being like, oh, Ethan took everything out of context. Ethan took everything out of context. And, oh my God, Ethan's just as bad as Keemstar. I feel like we got the point, right? I don't feel like watching the rest of this shit because I can't handle how fucking bad the editing is. So, I want to show something. So, this is from Keffals' deleted stream. Okay, because this is gonna tee up what comes next. Okay, this is gonna tee up what comes next. So she takes a swipe at Teddy Fresh. I know that she like insinuates that Teddy Fresh is probably made by child slaves or some shit. Like retard. But like now we're getting into where she gets into a fight with Mudahar. Now, mind you, a lot of people who covered the Mama Max stuff, if you were a part of that, a lot of people aren't a big fan of Muda. Which Muda did fuck up on certain things, and I acknowledge that, and I've talked about it. But at the same time, Muda corrected those errors, and I think it's better that he corrected the errors than never doing anything at all, right? But Muda has a record. Now, this record is exposing scams, much like CoffeeZilla, Save the Kids Token, Gerard the Completionist, many others, mind you. Muda's very good at digging through information to expose scams. Now, if you don't know, Keffals, at one point during the Drop Kiwi Farms campaign, which never happened, Kiwi Farms continued to exist perfectly fine. With Keffals' intervention, they just went down for 2 weeks and had a couple of months to a year of like bouncing from place to place because another individual that isn't Keffals was doing 50 times more work than she was. So she got an easy $100,000 during that time frame to sue the London police for swatting her, misgendering her, and allegedly groping her and saying, yeah, that's a woman. Okay, are we on the same page? People have been questioning where that money is gone. People have been questioning what the money was used for. Muda is very interested in that and the Catboy Ranch situation. So I'll show you this first before I show you this clip, okay? Over 2 years ago, an infamous creator known as Keffals launched a viral campaign on the internet. As I research more about this event and her, I've come across disturbing revelations in her Catboy Ranch. Can't go too into detail, but it's an insane story. None of it is pleasant. I planned to cover this sooner. In the last few weeks, I've had time to truly put towards projects, and this was at the top. If anyone wants to come forward with more information on the now deleted information, please contact me via DMs. Now, Keffals saw this tweet. This is somebody you don't want to go up against. I'm not here to suck off Muda, but when you're being investigated by somebody that has a really stellar reputation for exposing scams, charity frauds, GoFundMe frauds, crypto token frauds, if you're being investigated by somebody like that and they are somebody that gets all their shit and their ducks in a row, especially when they're putting a video together, this isn't a good situation to be in. So let's see what Keffals has to say about that.
Oh, what's going on? Who's he fighting with?
Me?
Oh.
Yeah, so that's happening right now.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And it's like, yeah, he's gonna fucking roast me because it's like, I'm low-hanging fruit to these people.
Low-hanging fruit. Here, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this. Back when I met Muda, months ago, if you don't remember the infamous photo of me, Turkey Tom, Keem, and Muda at Keem's house, I talked to Muda about Keffals. And Muda was already planning on looking into Keffals way before this. Way before this. A bunch of creators have been looking into Keffals. So, just didn't happen. A lot of people have been looking into Keffals ever since the 100,000 dropped. Ever since that money was never allocated to the right locations. People have been looking. Large creators have been looking. Not just Muda. Muda brought it up to me in a convo that we just had randomly, right? And it was like, yeah, I was looking into that. I was potentially going to do a video on it. That is the extent of our convo. That is the extent of our convo. And it never happened. And I just let it go. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then he got wrapped up in the completionist stuff, the Mama Max stuff, everything else involving like larger projects. Him and Carl working on the completionist. So it fell to the wayside. Keffals doesn't understand how many large creators have been looking into her bullshit. She doesn't know. She doesn't realize that there is a whole group of people that are not Kiwi Farms looking into Catboy Ranch and the GoFundMe. Muda just said it as an offhand to me one time and to everybody else. Nobody thought it was going to happen. We were like, yeah, whatever. If it happens, it happens. Now it's happening. And Keffals being like, well, I'm just low-hanging fruit to these people. No. People have been trying to figure out what you did with that money for a while now. This isn't new. You getting involved in the Vaush situation, you put yourself on notice. You did that to yourself. And people were going to make these videos on you eventually. So, I have a feeling, and this is my bet, okay? This is my bet. I'm going to bet chat money on this one. I think Tipster's going to flip on Keffals. I think when that GoFundMe video goes out and the Catboy Ranch video goes out and all the proof and the evidence and everything comes out as a landslide, he's going to flip on Keffals. I'm going to bet money on it. I'll bet money that he'll flip. I can't tell you why, nor will I tell you why, but he'll flip. It's obvious. Yeah, he will. Once he hears some of the things that come out of that and he isn't getting just the one-sided story from Keffals, he's going to flip. I'm calling it. I'm seeing a lot of naysayers in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of naysayers in the chat. A lot of naysayers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. This is like very funny. Okay.
Yeah, he brought up the cap.
And to respond to Alex Gekmo on Twitter because he's busting my balls, best friend, dude. There's no friends on the internet. I'm just busting balls, dude. Alex Gekmo, W.
Boy Ranch stuff, and I just said, I'm sorry getting the surgery deprived you of being able to ride my dick. The server's still up, and I linked the Catboy Ranch Discord.
Man, that's really funny. I'm sorry getting the surgery has deprived you of being able to ride my dick. See, this is the thing. You crack a joke like that, but I don't think you understand the shitstorm you're about to be in. You don't understand. You don't understand, dude. You don't get the situation that you're in.
Which is why the server got brigaded, but it's paywalled, which is really funny. Yeah. And then he brought up the lawsuit, and then he's like, well, you said you were doing a lawsuit. I'm not talking about the Human Rights Tribunal. That's not a civil lawsuit. It's like, the reason I went through the Human Rights Tribunal is because I want the police to change policy, which you can't do through a civil lawsuit. If I did a civil lawsuit, all I would get is money, and they would all be bitching and saying all I want is money. I want the police to have body cams. That's something you can do through the Human Rights Tribunal. That's not something you can do through a civil lawsuit. And he would know that if he actually understood the laws in his own fucking...
Womp. Let me show you something. A deleted tweet by Keffals. Okay? I think I'm getting ahead of myself with this one. But I want you guys to keep this tweet in mind because she deleted it after getting into this beef with Muda. Before I put up my GoFundMe, I had a lawyer help me write and set up what the funds were for. Moving expenses, I moved twice because she said in a live stream that she actually moved because of her ex-girlfriend. Her ex-partner, excuse me, because they were an abusive piece of shit in her words. Not specifically to run to Ireland to avoid Kiwi Farms, like she kept saying publicly. Recouping my losses, I had to take an extensive periods off work, and I'm an employer. Question, was recouping your losses going to TwitchCon? I don't think that's really recouping losses when you go to TwitchCon on the run. I don't really think that falls under recouping losses. Legal expenses. My legal case has been filed and ongoing. Okay. I never specified what sort of legal action I would take in the GoFundMe. And pursuing a human rights tribunal, you literally said you were going to sue the London police. Case is what was decided on because I wanted the police to enact policy changes with a civil court cannot do. I have done absolutely everything by the books. Everything, huh? You also were traveling around Europe, too. Everything by the books, Keffals? Really? Sure.
Country.
Also something that, like, your lawyer listed as a series of recommendations to you. Like, it's something that you, in consultation with the lawyer that you're paying, made a decision on. And then the lawyer is the one who is doing all of the filing, going over everything involved with the tribunal on your dime, because you're paying your lawyer. Shout out to Amos, man.
Also, do they not know how to, like, actually look at the GoFundMe and see what it said? Like, if I remember correctly, it didn't specifically say, like, lawsuit. It said legal action. And that could...
Tipster. I feel like you're going to eat those words soon.
Mean anything.
Yeah,
it also included like moving expenses too.
Yeah,
like,
moving expenses and stuff like that. Yeah, but they always...
You had to move twice because you doxed your location twice because you kept posting to bait Kiwi Farm. I mean, bait, not even Kiwi Farms. Bait the website that actually was doxing you. You did that on purpose, and you said that you made yourself a lightning rod. So you're telling me that the first move attempt, you wanted to keep the drama going with this website, moved again, and then traveled Europe. I feel like that doesn't fall in line with moving expenses when you move twice.
Ignore that part of it.
Yeah, it was pretty broad. I actually saw a lawyer
This is some weaselly shit.
before putting up the GoFundMe and had the lawyer go over it to make sure that I was doing everything right with having a GoFundMe. I put in more effort than most people do with a GoFundMe when they usually just like put it up on a whim and don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also kept raising it from the original amount higher until 100,000. You kept increasing it. So you didn't just leave it there. You kept increasing it constantly.
Every press release went through a lawyer. I remember that. The GoFundMe went through a lawyer. Yeah, every instance of going forward with legal action went through a lawyer. A lawyer was critical for you to get.
I really can't wait for Muda to use this clip.
Like your computer back from the police. Like it's like I don't think they remember or care. I mean, they primarily don't care. But like all the parts of
people do care. The ones that have been following this for a while, people care. She did take a photo of the place she was staying at. On top of that, and had a IRL streaming kit in Europe. Is that to recoup losses, Keffals? Is that moving expenses? Who's the retard speaking? I don't know, some retard.
The process here, that lawyers are expensive, that moving to multiple hotels and then moving internationally is like expensive. Like these are all expenses, and they were all accounted for in the GoFundMe statement, which did not say the word lawsuit, right? It was designed to provide justice, with what included a legal defense against whatever charges the police may bring against you, which thank God they didn't, and also to seek justice against the police in a proactive sense, right? Like, so it was like a fairly broad mandate. It also included a bunch of stuff that like you did end up doing that's like pretty expensive. They also don't realize like the lawyer.
You've also changed the story multiple times when it came to the cops pointing guns at you. Oh, the cops didn't point guns at me. Oh, the cops groped me. Okay, the cops didn't grope me. Oh, the cops knocked on my door with a warrant saying, "Hey, are you trying to hurt yourself? And do you have any armed weaponry in the home?" You know, you keep changing the story. That's also another thing that's important to bring up.
Are very involved in a lot of the stuff that you were doing. I don't know, man. It's very like annoying to like, yeah, now there's only two options. You either pay a lawyer $100,000 to file a civil lawsuit, and that's the
which is not really a lot of money for a lawyer, especially an overseas lawyer, because you now live in Ireland, so you have to pay a lawyer in Canada. That's a lot of fucking money. $100,000 is not a lot of money for a lawsuit. That's like a drop in the ocean of what you need to file a lawsuit overseas. A drop in the ocean. A fucking minute little drop. Come on, Keffals. Let's just be real. You used that money to move because you wanted to get away from your ex, and you found that to be a good time. You found that to be the opportune time to leave, not because you were on a moral crusade, but because you wanted to move to a different country. That's what you did. Don't play this game.
Only thing it can be used for, or you're doing a bunch of cocaine. Those are the two things that you could do with that money.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say because I've already been over this like 100 times, and at this point I'm just like, I've addressed it all. It's all in my content. People can go seek it out if they want. I'm just gonna be indignant if they bring this shit up again. Like with the Catboy Ranch libel, it's like,
I'll bet you $20 that she's gonna freak the fuck out when Muda puts that video up.
I've already addressed this 100 times.
She did admit that's why she moved, because of her ex. She did in a live stream where she's talking about her rape with her tits out.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, why the fuck why would I take it seriously?
It's like just coming up again. Yeah, it's so stupid.
There becomes a point when like you've addressed something so many times that you just kind of like, it's not even worth engaging with it any further. So yeah, I think that's honestly like the best approach is you've already.
Maybe you shouldn't be talking about it on a live stream, making definitive statements when you're being investigated.
Said your piece on it. You've already kind of stated, your position. There's no point in continuing to.
She's changed the story multiple times, Tipster. Use your brain, buddy. I know that Keffals said that she told you her side and that you understand Clara more than any of us. You're an idiot. You're a stooge.
Relitigate it over and over again.
Yeah.
Anyway, that Discord message where you said you were a pedophile.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over that. I'm just like replying to Muda again, and then I'm going.
You can hear the fear. You can hear the fear in her voice. Let me kind of like boost the audio a little bit for you guys. I want you to pay attention very carefully to that.
Anyway, that Discord message where you said you were a pedophile.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over that. I'm just like replying to Muda again, and then I'm going to stop looking at Twitter for the rest of this. I just didn't expect this to come up around the time the stream started.
That's fear. That's fear. You can feel the anxiety through the screen right now. And I don't feel bad that I'm pointing that out. If you were confident in what you did with that money, you wouldn't be terrified. You wouldn't be shaking. You wouldn't be like, you wouldn't be doing any of that. You wouldn't be doing a damn thing. You would just be like, yeah, fuck Muda. He's got nothing on me. Just kept moving on. But instead, I can feel your fear. It's like that scene in Starship Troopers with Neil Patrick Harris like touched the bug and it was like, it's afraid. Like, it's like that scene. I can feel it. I can feel it through the screen.
It was literally right before the stream started.
The only reason you're doing this is because you got dragged for supporting Kiwi Farms during the campaign to have the site deplatformed.
Oh, she thinks it's because Muda did that. The only reason you're doing this is that you got dragged for supporting Kiwi Farms during your campaign. He never supported Kiwi Farms. He's never supported Kiwi Farms. He believes in its right to, I would assume he believes in its right to exist. I can't speak for Muda, but like, not everybody is pro Kiwi Farms. That is saying that you did wrong. You need to get a new gimmick.
You know, I would never have guessed that you use Grammarly by the way that you type and tweet.
Really? Well, yeah, because I actively ignore it most of the time. But sometimes there's a word I forgot how to spell, and it's like, oh yeah,
sometimes?
That's how. Sometimes.
It happens.
I mean, you've seen her text. It happens a lot.
True.
Yeah, he's just he's neutral, and she just immediately assumes that he's pro Kiwi Farms. She assumes every one of us are pro Kiwi Farms that have a legitimate issue with her.
She'll like message me something. I'm like, I don't know if she's just like.
Which stream is this one? The one that she deleted, and apparently had a panic attack at the end of it.
Pushing random characters.
Somebody who's really, really, really innocent has fear in her voice and a panic attack. Sure.
Get my attention, or if like. It's a typo. I don't know.
It should like blaze right past it too. She does not care.
Yeah, now I'm just like rechecking my thing during a stream.
Jeez.
You can feel the anxiety.
You can make your rumor mill drama slot, but I know where you are getting.
She's laughing, but that's an uncomfortable laugh.
There. Perfectly
Chat, I appreciate this. We're looking into the process of genius.
The process of genius. Oof.
Jeez.
Perfect.
All right, now you gotta close Twitter.
Now I have to close this shit.
Pathetic. Pathetic. Keep this in mind, guys. This tweet's going to be very important in the future, probably. Keep this in mind. So Keffals continues to argue about Mudahar's tweets about her. Let's keep going. These are the two top comments on Mudahar's tweet about me during the Drop Kiwi Farms campaign. Mudahar left Twitter and getting dogpiled for both defending Andrew Tate and Kiwi Farms. Mudahar is, from what I understand, Mudahar has never defended Andrew Tate, nor has expressly defended Kiwi Farms. I don't care what his exposed video says about me. You obviously do, because you kept tweeting about it ravenously, and you also had a panic attack on a live stream. So, yes, buy the Gaming Witch's candles. Use her link here if you guys want candles, wax melts. I get no money from that. Gaming Witch is just a great contributor to the channel, and she's also a great person. Just make sure you buy some of her candles. I know where he gets his sources. Okay. The site never died. It's simply a broken shell of what it used to be. Okay. That was easy. And I searched that on the ClearNet. It's a hollow shell of what it used to be. I would argue the opposite. Keffals, I would argue the opposite. I'm still harassed relentlessly every single day, even though Kiwi Farms wasn't the one that swatted you. Okay. Or doxed you. Okay. It has made me bitter, angry, paranoid person. It's almost driven me to game end before, but I'll never give them that satisfaction. By the way, the server's still up. Sorry getting the surgeries. Are probably being okay. You're harassed for a reason. You're nothing more than a performative victim who wants no dirty laundry. The days your DM leaked is the day we'll have more than enough evidence. Fuck yourself. You shouldn't have to prove someone is a bad person for literal years through endless stalking and harassment. I've had people show up outside my house and yell through my windows that I'm a groomer. I don't deserve any of this. Mudahar hosts the podcast with Keemstar called Lolcow Live, where they call hosts farmers. I've tried to bring the owner of Kiwi Farms on as a guest. He's already arrived. Bro, just because Mudahar's not even a host. He's just a dude that gets brought on as an audible. Like, I don't get why you're being such an idiot about this. Whiny cunt. All right, we already went over the Josh tweet. I already have that one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So I want to preface this with, I don't trust anything that comes out of Keffals' mouth. Nothing. Zero. Nada. But these are important to bring up nonetheless in the event that she actually believes this. Okay? This is apparently tweets of Keffals disavowing Vaush. I've only been around since Noodles, but my takeaway from all the debates with the pieces of shit was this is done to convince audiences of points, not the person being debated, which still feels weird because the opposite effect could happen just as easily. Incorrect. It's all done for entertainment. If we wanted you to actually care about politics, we tell you to go outside. Okay, so automatically admitting, apparently, that all political content is just a grift, which is what I've been saying forever. Let's keep going. Wasn't all this exacerbated by Ethan? I pay little attention. You can't blame Ethan. Vaush would do the same thing to smaller creator. He didn't like it at instant, aka Extreme Dad. Never forget that Vaush falsely accused a man of being a pedophile with Xander Hall, and the man lost his life. His family doesn't talk to him anymore. He's not allowed to see his kids. Remember that. Never forget that. This is the game. Like, seriously, ask yourself, how many mentally ill nobodies Vaush brought on for debates because it was funny to exploit them? This is the industry. That's how this works. Do you think Vaush debated the Yankee Tanky because he was a serious intellectual opponent? This isn't a condemnation of Vaush. This entire industry is like this. Anything you could say about Ethan or Vaush has done the same. And because of Vaush, I just burnt the last bridge I had to a mainstream creator. Pathetic. You could have just shut the fuck up and not gotten involved, and you could have kept your little connection to Ethan going. But instead, you decided to go this route. Now, my final thoughts on Keffals, you're going to get found out. Your laundry is going to get thrown out into the wind real soon. And defending Vaush was maybe the worst decision you've ever made outside of raising $100,000 for a GoFundMe that isn't going anywhere. Confusing. You're clipping out this segment. Now we're on to Vaush. Okay? We're on to Vaush and then Keffals and Tipster. Their responses to Vaush coming out with this information. Now, I've seen clips of this video. I've watched this video. I've triple watched it just because I sat down and I really want to understand what Vaush was getting at here. So let's get through it. Let's figure it out.
So this is a video I probably should have made a long time ago. There are two main reasons why I haven't. For one, everything we're about to talk about has been discussed over and over and over again on this channel in live streams and in videos. Some of it has been discussed to death. Over-engagement with the topic has caused it to have a disproportionate influence both on my community and on the way people outside of my community perceive me and my channel. The second main reason I've been hesitant to make this video is because experience has taught me that generally speaking, if folks—
Oh, I know it's brain dead. I know it's brain dead. But I'm going to give Vaush what he wants. People to watch it all the way through.
2024.
Okay, Shadow Humor. Thank you for the 10, dude.
Want to hate you or distrust you or whatever else, it's pretty difficult to convince them otherwise. Sometimes, if you're unpopular enough, even if you've got a good point to make, just the attempt to change people's minds can come across as kind of self-incriminating. You actually ground them further in the positions they already have. You know, it's—
Dude, why are you trying to explain to me trying to change people's minds when you made shitty debate points? Shitty debate points trying to make debates that you should be outraged about CP. You shouldn't be as outraged about CP like you should be outraged about fucking child slavery. Because if you're mad at one thing, you can't be mad at the other. If you're mad at one thing, you have to be mad at the other thing. Bro, what the fuck?
One of those deals where the people who need to hear it won't listen, and the people who will listen don't need to hear it again. Let's get right to it then. Let's not waste time. What am I actually talking about? Well, I hate to drop this on the people who just innocently watch me for my political content and don't engage in any broader community drama. Some folks online have called me a pedophile. Now, this in and of itself isn't actually that noteworthy. With
Vaush, you have it on 1.5. You won't get the context. Speeding up the videos. Bad faith. Yeah, that's the criticism I'm going to get. Vaush, are you going to bring up the Lolicon folder in the beginning as to why people are calling you a potential pedo? You're going to bring up the folder? Or are you going to dribble on about all of your old debate points where no matter what you say, I still think it's fucking crazy that you even had these debate points in the first place, even with the context?
The political climate being what it is, folks are getting accused of being pedophiles on Twitter left and right. It's pretty common. But some people have called me this way more insistently and a lot louder. So why? Remember how I said self-defense can come across as kind of incriminating even if it's accurate? Or
why would they call me a pedo? Maybe it's because you saved Lolicon Horsecock CP to your folder. Is it that? Is it that? Is that the thing? Is that not the thing? I know he brings it up an hour and 20 minutes in. It's just really funny that this word salad, this entire word salad that he is expouting, trying to show the context of these videos, which Ethan did do. He did fuck up on the Mr. Girl one. I will say that. But regardless, it's just crazy that he's like, well, these screenshots are bad. All the things I said were bad. Everything's bad that I said, you know. But I want to give Vaush the benefit of the doubt here, much like Tipster would. No, I'm kidding. I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt. He's fucked. He's fucked. It's over. There's
like
nothing
controversial, but I do a bad job of making it. There's nothing for me to really like debunk. You know, it's not a takedown. It's more a matter of charity. You know, I have to go and look at these clips and explain what do they mean. You know, what was I thinking? What was I saying? Is this clip like so dishonestly cut that no reasonable person would interpret it as looking bad if seeing the full?
Dude, a reasonable person seeing the context, myself, still thinks you're insane. and interpreted it in the way that I have this entire time.
Context, or was I saying really stupid shit and I'm going to have to like work to explain what my thought process was at the time? And past that point, it's up to other people to either believe my charitable explanations or believe significantly less charitable ones. You know, that's up to them. In addition to some of the legitimately really stupid shit I've said, I'll also cover some of the more bullshit accusations because I don't know, they're transparently bullshit, a lot of them. I feel like you would have to already dislike me to read anything from them. But, you know,
Vaush, you're already undercutting. You're already undercutting the people that saw this as a baseline situation, not even knowing who you are, saw the Lolicon folder, said, holy shit, that guy's crazy. And then on top of that, the clips of you saying shit that is like justifying CP in a debate tactic, even though you say that you don't justify CP whatsoever. So, you're already undercutting it. Well, you already dislike me. That's why you hate these clips of me. No, there are a bunch of normal people. Willie Mac Show's video is pretty normie based. So let's see here. Willie Mac Show's video has 270K views. There is no way that the majority of that audience coming from Willie Mac Show are people that genuinely hate you. There's probably a chunk of them, but not the majority. And Willie didn't know anything about you until this video came out. And Willie is the normiest of content creators of all time. And I say that as a compliment to Willie. That he's so fucking normie that he saw the shit just like a normal person would and be like, this dude's a freak. Not because he hates you, but because the things that you said and had on your computer are disgusting.
a lot of it is that, so I need to sort of point that out too. So as far as I can see, there are 4 groups of people that I'm addressing here, more or less. The first group is my core audience, the people who have seen me address this and provide context for this and deal with this bullshit a million times. For a lot of them, all of this is a repeat. The second group of people is people who just fucking...
This is the thing. Your audience, that's a problem. All the Vaush cells that defend you, they don't have an open mind to the situation at hand. They'll turn around and say, well, you guys aren't paying attention to the context. Okay, then why do you all keep dodging when we bring up the fact that he had saved Lolicon on his computer? Why do you keep dodging that? Is that not context as to why people are bad? Is that not a part of it? Come on, Vaush fans. Come on, Vaush subreddit. Explain that one to me.
Hate me. I really don't know if there's much I can do to get across to those guys. I would like to. I really do think a lot of the hate is misguided, but...
Dude, President Sunday single-handedly put together the best Vaush disavowal video I've ever seen.
Ultimately, that's up to them, right?
President Sunday W. Subscribe to that guy if you want to see the Vaush video that he put out.
Not magic. The third group is the massive, disaffected, disengaged, entertainment-hungry drama vultures who are just here because they think it's fun to watch people squirm. I see.
Hi. Drama vulture here. It's not really necessarily a squirm. It's more or less you got caught with Lolicon on your computer taking horse dick. And then when you got caught, tried to compare it to a short stack goblin porn. And then saying, oh, well, I found out later that it was Lolicon. Dude, are you blind? It looks like a child. It always looked like a child. And you saved that onto your computer.
Welcome. A lot of this really has been like thoroughly addressed before, though, so I don't plan on doing much squirming, but there will be lots of self-debasement. So to you and to the people who just hate me, if you want to see self-debasement from me, there will be that. So you can look forward to that, I guess. Yeah, and I know that even making a video like this can come across as pretty damning, just innately, but I really do hope that you take it seriously and try to be charitable, if for no reason other than because it is a pretty serious topic. And last, the fourth and maybe the smallest group of people watching this video are people who are genuinely neutral, or maybe coming in with that fair mind to see what all the drama's about, or maybe they're from the normie side of my audience. They don't engage with the drama and the community stuff that much. I don't know. This will probably be a weird one for them, but nonetheless, welcome. It's a pretty wide range of people as audiences go, but I'll do my best to explain things and go through all the drama in a way that's clear and straightforward, but also doesn't drag.
Update. We're going to have to pause the Vaush video. The Keffals subreddit is spreading that horrible Muda response video and defending Gerard the completionist. Muda announced a new video really got these people shaking. Haven't people realized by now that Mudahar, some ordinary gamers, is irresponsible and only LARPs as a journalist? Jesus, this is the only video I've seen that affirms my suspicions about the completionist scandal. It felt like such bullshit, and I just know he's going to use the exact same tactics with Keffals. What a fucking asshole. There's another by a YouTuber called Moon Channel, made from a legal perspective, mostly focusing on Carl Jobs. That video got taken down because it was shit. He even admitted that it was wrong. Are you people retarded? Are you people retarded? Are you people retarded? Oh my God. You people are idiots. Job's defense was that you can't criticize him even if you haven't done the research. He does it. He does and makes his own definitions. I found a re-upload, watched it, and Carl's response is nausea and can't believe people trust these clowns. Are you fucking... I can't get into it. We still have to get... Oh my God. I can't. These people are dumb. They're dumb. They're dumb. They're dumb. They're dumb. I just... Breathe. 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 You're going to watch the Vaush video. Don't get into the Keffals subreddit community rant. Don't do it.
Gone too long. Now, without further ado, let's get to the content. We'll start with the...
You guys already know how stupid that is. I have no reason to make commentary of why that's fucking stupid.
Absolute worst of it. The monstrously stupid argument that I made way back when I first started streaming that has since haunted me and irreparably tarnished my reputation. Now, this clip is the one that I see cited most often when people are accusing me of being a pedophile. That's not even a little surprising to me, though. It sounds pretty bad. In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I get to hear a convincing moral or legal argument. That's why possession of child pornography should be illegal. Actual child pornography. Like I said, pretty bad. This clip is from
very bad. Actually damaging and horrible.
After I started streaming, so a significant portion of my career as a live streamer has...
Okay, so here's my one thing, right? I started streaming. Oh, the irony. What the fuck is this? Imagine the smell in that room with 3 grown-ass men / snowflakes get offended and mauled at Suicide Squad video game is about killing the Justice League as attack traditional values just when you think they couldn't be less fuckable. Imagine the smell in that room. Didn't he go to Blue Sky? Why the fuck is he still around? Get off Twitter, retard. Imagine the smell in that room. Oh, Leon, Jesus. But here, okay. So here's my response to the Vaush thing, right? He goes, well, this is back in the day when I first started streaming, and it's totally, you know, I thought that was the best way to get my debate points across. Vaush, I started streaming almost 2 years now. 2 years, which thank you guys for all your monetary subscriptions, viewership support. We are growing at such a massive rate. I can't thank you guys enough. Subscribe if you're new. Share the channel around to your friends. I can't thank you guys enough for that shit. But I started 2 years ago. I never in my life, even before streaming, would ever say something like that to win an argument, because that's fucking insane. How do you even think that that was a good idea to even bring up? That's not a normal thing to bring up in the first place, ever, even in the context of a debate. So what the fuck are you talking about? What are you waffling about?
Been spent providing context for the clip over and over to many people and many audiences. I've addressed it so many times that it's turned into like a kind of running joke in my community.
Chris, aren't you scared of being called transphobic? Dude, I've been called transphobic so many times, and I have nothing but love for trans people. I genuinely dislike Keffals. That does not make me transphobic.
Like a rake that I'm cursed to keep walking into over and over, and it hits me in the head. I often see people outside of my community, people who have seen this clip but not seen me address it, mock the idea that any context that I or anyone else could provide could possibly explain away something that sounds that bad. When they see me or my fans say that this or any other clip has been taken out of context, it comes across to them as an effort to shoo away legitimate suspicion, you know, chastising people for having an opinion on something that looks bad. Like, you see a clip that looks bad of me, and then I or a fan of mine comes in and we're like, no, you know, you need to familiarize yourself with like 50 hours of stream lore before you can have an opinion on that. I have seen people weaponize calls for context in that way, so I don't fault others for being like kind of suspicious of that or not taking it very seriously. Some people are just going to tune out right there. Now, don't get me wrong, the clip is bad. It's rhetorically bad, it's logically bad, it's obviously optically bad.
That's good that you're saying that this is bad. I get it. But you're still an idiot for doing it.
And the broader argument that it's pulled from are bad in all of those ways too. But as for what the clip and the argument that it's pulled from say about me, I would like to make the case, if I may, that it does implicate me, but not as a pedophile, rather as a fucking idiot debate bro brain poisoned jackass, because I took a perfectly fine argument. I think that, you know, when I explain it, the argument itself will make perfect sense, at least.
No, it won't. No, it won't. Never will. I never will. Never will. You can keep trying to say, oh, well, you know, the argument itself, it'll make perfect sense when I explain it more in depth. No, we know the argument. We know what you were trying to get across, and it still doesn't make sense. Stop it.
I ruined it with edgy, contrarian, devil's advocate nonsense. So let me explain. I just started live streaming, and I was far more argumentative and belligerent and arrogant then than I am now, if you can believe that. Over the background of my mediocre Dead Cells gameplay, an argument with chat on the subject of foreign labor and unethical production was getting increasingly heated. Just in case anyone watching doesn't know, many of the products that we buy from American companies on American store shelves are produced through supply chains that take advantage of what we could consider unethical business practices, you know, like bad workers' rights stuff. Often this takes the form of sweatshop labor, a practice near ubiquitous, for example.
God, I don't care. Chris, thanks for your content. I've been watching your channel, starting my own channel soon, and others have been inspiration. Oh, dude, of course, QTV. Congratulations on starting your own channel, dude. I'm glad I was able to help you out and kind of like push you to get inspired for that. It's crazy hearing that. I don't know how I'm inspiring anybody, but I appreciate it nonetheless, man. And to like, here's another thing, right? And I kind of want to like get this off my chest. I know I was cool with Tipster for a bit, and I kind of like want to circle back to that. Being cool with somebody and being friends with somebody are two totally different things, right? Tipster continued to die on hill after hill after hill after hill. And then when you finally look back on the catalog of things that were constantly said and constantly done, and then you look back on that and you realize what that kind of person is, and you realize that in the future, I'm not pretending that I wasn't cool with Tipster. Some people have been saying that. I was. And that's why it hurts the most. That's why it's like, that's why I find it so passionately strong that I actually have this massive distaste for Tipster at this moment in my life. You could say the same thing about Augie. You say the same thing about Boblax. You say the same thing about Nick. Like, I just...
Whoa! Chris, thanks for the year of content that I've been watching your channel.
He's done this to himself.
Starting my own channel soon, and you and others have been an inspiration to do so. So thanks, my dude.
Of course. But I kind of want to like get that out. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way, that we're cool with him. But then he kept fucking up and 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 pushed the boundary line so far that people like myself, Leon, and others have just thrown our hands up and said, retard. And now we see what everyone else sees. And if you think that's not enough, that's on you.
In the garment industry, where sewing work is difficult to fully automate. This isn't just a foreign problem, though. There are garment sweatshops where workers make less than $2 an hour, operating right now in Los Angeles, as an example. It's a broad...
He's never not fucked up. See, that's the thing. A lot of people didn't see that. A lot of people just saw him as this nice guy, and that's what it was. A lot of people hated Tipster. There were times that I've defended Tipster on the BX Bullet stuff because BX Bullet was actually crazy. It still is crazy to this day. I still stand by that. I've even given Tipster some W's before. Like when me and him debated Quantum. Like, I thought the dude understood the situation, but he didn't. And he's a retard. And he's made his own bed, and now it's time to bury him in that bed.
Issue. But American companies profit from even worse abuses. The mining of cobalt and the harvesting of chocolate and palm oil, those are three practices that are especially notorious for their use of child labor, frequently child slavery, frankly. You know, in practice, often just child slavery. American companies profit enormously from this because these, abusive work conditions, it keeps the cost of harvesting materials, of acquiring raw product, relatively low. And as a consequence of this, the suffering of children is built into the fabric of our economy.
Okay. Stop trying to explain the argument. We know the argument. I understand that you're doing this so that you can brace the normies for why you're being slandered this way. But dude, you made these statements. You did these things. Then you got found out to have Lolicon on your computer. That's why. I just thought of something, and maybe I'm late. If Tipster is sorry about how his stupidness he would delete the video and stream. Yeah, if he was genuinely sorry about it, he would have deleted the video and stream. But he's not going to do that because that's what Tipster does. it took a while for a lot of people figuring it out. Okay.
Exploited workers broadly, to be sure, but like I said, it's a widespread problem. I believed that in a just world, the American government would set a global standard for labor rights by barring companies from selling their products in the United States if they or other companies they bought their product from fell below a certain minimum standard for labor rights. I still think that would be great, by the way, as complicated as it would be to implement and as unlikely as it is to happen. It's a doable thing, you know? That's not like there's precedent for that kind of action. It would make the world a better place. So anyway, there I was, belligerent, angry from arguing with chat. However much of a debate bro I'm known for being today, I swear to God, I was so much worse back then. I wanted to construct an argument that
You wanted to construct an argument that
would effectively and succinctly convey the severity of the problem.
That is not... You were a dipshit. A complete retard. And this whole video, for an hour and 25 minutes, is him just saying, I'm an idiot in this clip. 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 I'm a dipshit in this clip. I'm a retard in this clip. I'm a dumbass in this clip. Every single one of these clips are just him owning up to the fact that he is an idiot. That's it. There's not much more in this entire situation, especially when it comes to Vaush's video, that is of relevance to why people are mad. I'm going to skip ahead to the tax folder because it's insane to me that it took him an hour and 9 minutes to actually get to the genuine situation at hand as to why people are mad. It's shocking.
After all that, now we finally arrive at this most recent drama, the incident that lit a fire under Drama YouTube, and is, to my mind, the only thing I've done in the past 4 years that actually looks bad. It's pretty fucking embarrassing, to say the least. So there I was, streaming a few weeks ago, browsing a men's fashion site. I wanted to look at an image more closely, so I right-clicked to open the image in a new window, but then accidentally instead clicked the Save As tab in the right-click drop-down menu. Now, because I am, as has been extensively demonstrated in this video, a fucking idiot, my preferred strategy for keeping my desktop clean.
I love that being an idiot means that you save Lolicon on your computer. It's just me being an idiot, guys. It's just me being an idiot, chat. You know, saving Lolicon to your computer is just an oopsie goof moment. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Is to keep a single big folder called To Be Sorted. Where
no, that's not the main issue as to why you're being called out. It's the sheer fact that you had Lolicon horsecock porn in your folder.
For every image, document, music file, whatever I happen to download gets sent. This is an insane thing to have as a live streamer, but, you know, there you go. It's me. So I hit Save As, and a half second later, a preview window of the folder and its contents popped up on stream. And now, of course, that folder had porn in it. So I immediately ended the stream and deleted the VOD.
Lolicon porn, horsecock porn, horse porn. Stop pretending like it wasn't what it is.
Even if it weren't just embarrassing to make a mistake like that as one of the largest political live streamers on the platform, it's TOS. You got to delete the VOD. So I stream with no delay, and folks are always screen capturing the feed. So I knew the contents of my To Be Sorted folder and the preview window were irrevocably public knowledge. But to be honest, that didn't really bother me too much. It was embarrassing, sure, but mostly because it made me look like a careless idiot, not because I was ashamed of the, like, furry, demon, monster, GF, big dick porn stuff.
You're chalking it up to furry, demon, monster, GF, big dick, horsecock porn. That's what we're chalking it up to. Okay, dude. Oh my fucking god. How can somebody be this fucking stupid?
I knew I had in there. You know, I rambled about liking all that stuff on stream before, not a secret. And I thought, you know, maybe in a way.
You're a degenerate freak. You're a degenerate freak if you like that stuff.
This fuck up would come across kind of charming. You know, like, that's my streamer, that fucking idiot right there. My community was already making a big joke of it by the time I went live again. Of course, I knew as soon as the folder opened on stream that it would be pretty easy for people to lie about what it contained, to stir up drama or cause me trouble or for any other reason. So when later on in that stream, 1 or 2 people came into chat and they said, hey, there was lolly in there. You know, I figured they were just causing trouble and I banned them. Of course.
There's lolly in there. And you think they were just there to cause trouble. That shows how little you don't understand what the fuck is in your folder. Nobody was lying. The character looks exactly like a child. You saved a VTuber lolly hentai art of a child being fucked on your computer, and you saved it there. You didn't look at it and go, that's a fucking kid. That's a child. You You didn't look at that and see that. I don't believe you when you say that you didn't know it was Lolly. I think it's bullshit. I think you're not truthful in that statement.
We know where this is going. By the next day, I had learned from what felt like the entire goddamn internet that 2 of the images in my folder preview window were actually from a well-known lolicon artist, and therefore definitely
a lolicon artist, not the actual artwork. He had to figure it out because the artist is a lolicon artist. It's not the image that makes you go, that's a kid. It's the artist being a lolicon artist. Are you out of your fucking mind?
intended to be lolly shit, which has to be the worst possible way to find out about that sort of thing. Now, obviously...
Were you blind? Vaush, were you blind?
The accusation here isn't just that I had those images saved. That part's true, not really an accusation, but also that I must have known that they were lolicon and saved them because they were lolicon. Now, the obvious and predictable, but nonetheless true response from me is that no, I didn't know that, and that must not have been the impression I got from those 2 drawings, because if I had gotten that impression, then I wouldn't have saved them, you know? I mean, drawings are abstractions, and art styles and body proportions vary massively, even for characters that are unambiguously adults. That doesn't mean lolly shit isn't a thing or a problem. I've bitched about it being a problem, like, a lot on stream. It just means that carelessly or inattentively failing to notice it isn't exactly impossible. Yeah, I know.
Don't consume hentai. Don't jerk off to cartoons. Don't save photos that look like children getting dicked down to your computer. It's not that hard. It's not, oh, the body proportion size, the thick thighs or whatever. No. It's a kid. It looks like a kid. That's it. Done. It looks like a child. Stop it.
Know what some people are going to say, you know, no, you must have known. There's no way you didn't know. And like what am I going to do? Make a fucking evidentiary argument here? You know, like, I'm not putting up the images so we can argue about the pixels or the proportions or whatever. I know fully well that like 99.9% of people who have heard about this drama haven't seen the images, nor do I think those
people that looked into the drama, that are covering the drama, have seen the photo unwillingly on Twitter. They've seen it. No creator in the drama sphere is going to go, I didn't look at the photo, unlike Tipster, and go, I'm just going to run with the fact that Vaush is a pedo just because. People have seen the photos. Vaush, you're lying. It was all over Twitter, uncensored for days. Thousands of people have seen those tweets. Don't try to say that 99% of people have not seen those photos. People have literally made high-res versions of the photos. They made it high-res in the folder so that people could view it better, and it was a fucking kid.
people should go looking for them, obviously. So it's pretty much entirely a take me at my word or don't kind of situation where people are...
You're such a fucking... You're a snake.
Free to lie about the drawings, or, as I've already seen on Twitter, just post other really bad-looking shit and say that's what I had in my folder. There's not much I can do about it, right? It's all totally unfalsifiable, and people are going to make whatever assumptions and inferences they want to make. All I can really say is that I didn't notice the problem while saving the drawings, the same way a person could fail to notice any element of any drawing if they were careless or inattentive or distracted. Chat also pretty much immediately clocked 2 other drawings in the folder preview window as being AI art, something else.
You also said you thought it was Goblin short stack porn. You also said that. Did you forget that part?
I didn't notice, and they gave me plenty of shit for that too, because I'm not a big fan of AI art. I think I've done a good job of demonstrating a tendency towards carelessness, if nothing else. So leaving that stupid, least charitable argument aside, someone might then ask, okay, I get it. It's possible to make a mistake like that. Why then would you save the images? And what about them did you like? And look, there's really no way of saying this without sounding crass or flippant or whatever, but it's already a pretty revealing video. There's actually a very clear and simple explanation for why, for not just those 2 drawings, but in fact all the drawings in that folder and all my porn tastes generally. And it's an explanation that is extremely well known and well substantiated. I'm a size queen. I like big dicks.
Hello, chef. Yes, hello. You coming to calm me down just because I fucking heard that? Yeah? Is that what's happening? you like big dicks. You're a size queen. So you're okay with something that looks like a child getting fucked by a big dick. This doesn't help you. This makes it worse, in my opinion. This makes it 50 times worse. Like, your lack of understanding as to why people are pissed is shocking to me. It just makes this worse. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm actually gonna fucking punch a hole in a wall. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was looking through drawn porn, like furry or hentai or whatever else. I saw big well-drawn dicks. I thought, cool, and saved the drawings, then never looked at them again, as evidenced by the fact they are in a big dump folder literally called to be sorted. That's, you know, that's the extent of the consideration that I gave those 2 drawings before my community and then the entire fucking internet hopefully corrected my mistake. It's hard to even say anything about it. You know, 5 seconds of, ooh, nice dick, cool line art, saved. And it's a whole discourse. You know, I wish I had an answer that was more satisfying, but really for something like this, I feel like people are going to believe what they believe. You know, I do think there is a real argument to be made about carelessness, especially with regard to lolicon and its seeming omnipresence in the anime community. You don't have to know much.
Now he's blaming the anime community for lolicon. Oh, God, yes. Anime community has made lolicon fucking normal, which is disgusting. We agree on that. But, bro, that doesn't change the fact that there was a child being rammed by a gigantic cock. Like, you literally had it saved to your computer with all your other folders to be sorted, your goon folders, your porn videos, your porn gifs, your porn photos. It was all saved in there, which ergo mean that you were going to jerk off to it at one point. You're fucking stupid.
About anime to know that's an issue with it. Yeah, I find it repellent, and
it's all anime's fault.
Been bitching about it for years. Plenty of that bitching has been on stream too. But it's possible to find something repellent while also not being perfectly vigilant about it. You know, especially in art where stylization and abstraction can kind of, I guess, cloud awareness and judgment of the extent to which any artists you follow or people in the community might be doing sussy shit.
You want to jerk off to cartoons? Let's remove the lolicon then. You are a degenerate because you want to jerk off to cartoons. Done. You're still a freak. Easy answer. You want to jerk it to horses fucking women. You're a freak.
Right? Pardon me for taking my most indefensible position yet on this, you know, in this video. In the history of my channel, I actually do like some anime, you know, and there's a lot of really good shit out there in the anime community broadly, and then a lot of the sick anime babes getting railed on Twitter. You know, I'm sorry, like, often that is also cool. And I hate the fact that, you know, the, you know, pervasiveness of lolicon means that the entire community is tainted, basically, right? I don't like the fact that, like, you could be...
I don't like that I can't jerk off to hentai without potentially jerking off to a child. That's what I got out of this.
Looking through what looks like a bunch of totally, like, normal, fine, cool babes getting railed by big dicks, whatever you're into, you know, while also feeling like you have to be vigilant that in this incredibly normalized process, some of these drawings might be of characters that are canonically underage, or that, like, an artist who generally draws in a kind of, like, cartoony style might be fine, but then another artist does that, but then they're, like, actually drawing like they're meant to be teenagers or whatever. I don't like it, and it's a normalization issue, and I think one of the best ways you could deal with it is by being aware. I'm not perfectly aware, so I fucked up. This wasn't the first time that I fucked up in this specific regard. You know, after the whole child labor argument saga, people went through...
Are political YouTubers afraid to jerk off to adult women? Yes, they're afraid to jerk off to real people.
Bunch of, like, likes in an old public Twitter, or, you know, porn account that I had, and over, like, thousands of liked, you know, furry...
Jerking off to furry hentai. Furries, hentai, lolicon, shotacon. If you jerk off to any of this shit, you need to be excommunicated from the human race. Done.
Big dick monster girl images or whatever. I think they found one that was, like, the character was meant to be a teenager, you know, like, and it's not surprising to me that that might happen because, you know, I'm running between classes, scrolling on my phone. I look at an image maybe 2 or 3 seconds before I like. The degree of scrutiny required there indicates that this goes...
Okay, we haven't talked about the private Twitter account. I'm looking into that, but he just confirmed that it's his. So I can't get into that. I won't talk about it. I promised myself I wouldn't talk about it because I don't have enough substantiated proof yet. Just, it's crazy that he confirmed that the private account is his.
Beyond some kind of...
That's all I will say.
like matter of personal temperance and extends broadly into like, how weird is it that that's something that's been that normalized, you know? Anyway, I don't mean to like make a big point or make it like a broader issue, you know, as a way of pulling attention away from me fucking up. I just think it's a broader issue, you know? People are going to say what they're going to say. They can judge me for what they're going to judge me for. I think a lot of people have been real.
Bro, you're blaming it on being a broader societal issue of anime culture that you downloaded Lolicon to your computer to jerk off to later when it was clearly a child that you had saved to your computer. You are fucking stupid. Oh, God. Based comment cop, per usual. There's no legal or moral arguments against consuming child pornography under capitalism. Nothing. Pedophile. I'm dating an adult. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. It's society's fault, guys. We live in a society. Dude looked up porn in class. Yeah, that's crazy to me. You're going to class and you're just scrolling through looking up pornography on Twitter. That's like a crazy thing. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. That's insane. Why are you scrolling through pornography Twitter when you're going to class? Who looks at porn before they go to a fucking class? Oh my God. All these people are degenerate freaks, dude. All right, there's Vaush's response on the thing that people should be the most mad about is the fucking Lolicon folder. Finally, we're almost done. How long have I been live for? 3 hours. Holy shit, I somehow condensed all that into 3 hours. Let's go. I can't believe it. I thought I was going to be here for like 5 hours. All right. So, last few bits here. Last few bits because it's really funny. So, Keffals made a statement about Twitter after the Mudahar stuff, everything else. Over the last 2 weeks, I've been called a groomer and a pedophile thousands of times. I've been getting constantly dead named and misgendered. I've been told to end myself. Whoa! Some people have even threatened to R-word me. The harassment has been so bad, I have had panic attacks and lost sleep over it. I am terrified of it escalating further because I know just how far online harassment can go. There's nothing I could do to deal with the transphobic harassment as Elon Musk removes both, so we're blaming Elon Musk. Okay. Both dead naming and misgendering from the terms of service. Similarly, Elon Musk forcing third-party developers to pay for access to the Twitter API, which was previously free, has resulted in all anti-harassment tools I've previously used to discontinue service. Twitter has become functionally unusable for me because you don't get to be the ratio queen. That's why. Let's just be real here. Without being inundated with bigots and threats, I can't handle it anymore. I know that I have my fair share of critics, but no one deserves this. This is just cruel for cruelty's sake, and there's no justice behind any of this. Thanks to everyone for sharing laughs with and making friendships with here. I'll keep in touch. Private editor account. Now you're saying to yourself, Chris, why is that funny? Well, Keffals doesn't like being called a groomer and a pedo. Here's to Keemstar. Saying I look like Jalen just because we are both trans is like if I were to say every racist pedophile looks just like you. No one's paying you. You're a bald pedophile. Oh wait, let's keep going real quick. Tipster is mad. We covered a story that didn't involve rape. If it had some rape in it, he definitely would have been complaining. He hearts rape. I always wanted the ratio of bald pedophile. Let's keep going. Let's take a listen to this Chud Logic clip.
Thanks. It's been a pleasure. Great to talk to you all as always. All the best. Chud Logic on all good social media platforms. If you like racism or
pretty sure
grooming,
that guy
I'm your
is
man.
like a pedophile.
CTV,
like,
how about
actually.
yourself? So there's that. Keffals, the type of person who accused someone of pedophilia without any crucial evidence is also the type of person that has a hard drive on their computer that would land them in jail. Let's keep going real quick. Right now, Matt Walsh is scrolling the hashtag #WhatIsAWoman to retweet things, making his documentary look good. Sure would be a shame if people flooded the hashtag with tweets calling him a groomer. Let's keep going. I've always wanted the ratio a known groomer, Matt Walsh. I'm not terrified of you, Matt Walsh, because you are a groomer, plus you have no swag, plus ratio. Oh, let's, So, Keffals complains that people are falsely accusing her as a groomer and a pedo, but proceeds to have multiple instances of calling people pedos. This one actually happened a few days ago. So, cry more. That's why I don't feel bad for you. Keffals, no, drama-hungry predator, go away like you said you would. No, fuck yourself. So, remember when I showed you that she privated her account? Yeah, she unprivated her account. No, fuck yourself. I unlocked my account because I'm not giving transphobes a W by leaving. All right, peace out. Fuck this curse place. I'm not leaving. I'm leaving. Proceeds to say I'm not leaving. Go fuck yourself. There's this guy. All right, peace out. Fuck this curse place. This site is infested with Nazis and not much fun right now. Follow me over at Blue Sky where I'll be posting. My username is Keffals.gg. Guess what? You're going to get raped. Jesus Christ. So, we have Keffals. Let's go over the tipster response. Final thing to end on before Leon screams his way into my live stream. Let's go over Tipster real quick because it's really funny. For those not already aware, Vaush has released his statement to the current controversy. If you'd like to see it, you can check it out at the link below. As for me, I won't be commenting on this subject any further. You shouldn't have commented on it in the first place. Now is where you wanted to speak on? Okay, Leon. Okay, we'll go over the tipster response together then. Fine. There we go. All right. He wants.
Hello, my good buddy.
Hello, buddy. What do you want to say about the tipster thing?
What a collection of people.
Collection of people in what sense, buddy?
Fucking bunch of moronic pedophiles from Tipster to
Okay,
Keffals.
okay.
People. Now, I'm being genuinely dead ass here. If the gimmick is these people want a straw man and get mad and defend people who admit that they had Lolly on their computer, fine.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the shit I sent you in regards to Saggy. It's a motherfucker just constantly swinging and missing.
Yeah, that's most of these people are just swinging misses.
I'm going to speak on this. No, I'm going to speak on that. Well, I wasn't really informed about what Tipster was doing. Tipster's still my friend, and I'm going to defend him no matter what. Just a swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss.
Don't defend
you
these
motherfuckers
people.
are weird.
Yeah, don't defend these people.
Saggy's the most moronic of each of them, which is shocking, depending on who we talking about. Because Saggy will sit there, bitch, moan, get it all wrong, and then say, well, why is everybody worried about what I'm saying? I'm a small YouTuber. What?
Bro, that's just like what Keffals did. Keffals is like, oh, Ethan's punching down at me. I only have 33,000 subscribers.
It's like I said like 20 minutes ago. If he's so sorry about how this affected all his buddies, even though he only named one,
Keffals.
delete the video.
Yeah, it would be
delete
great.
The video on the stream.
It would be smart.
Guess what? You know whose opinion kind of trumps everybody's? Paige Christie's. Why, you may ask?
Yeah, I was about to say why.
Why, you may ask? She's a mother.
She is. She is a mother.
Necessary.
A mother telling you she's weirded out by this shit and you playing defense should really make you fucking question what you speaking on.
It should, but you know it won't. That's the thing. And he would like refuse to do that. Like he refuses to look deeper into it. The idea that a mother is freaked out by a guy who is, again, saying I did save Lolicon hentai to my folder, and it's anime culture's fault that I did this.
Hooray.
Idiot. Tipster's a dipshit. I want to keep reading this. I've said all I wanted to say on the subject, and I encourage my community to check out his response if you wish to hear directly from Vaush his positions on all of this. I want to wrap this announcement by apologizing to this community. He's done this so many fucking times. Oh, God. As well as communities adjacent to mine, Keffals. Let's just be real here. Stop pretending that that's not what that is. While my intentions were good in this situation, you're just retarded. It has resulted in heinous attacks against this community and the people within it who I care deeply about, as well as friends whose relationships I value dearly and their communities as well. Don't talk then. It's that easy. You shouldn't have talked.
He's only talking about Keffals.
He really is only talking about Keffals. And for that, I apologize. It was never my intention for any of this to happen. You tagged H3H3, you fucking dipshit. But it's been a learning experience about how my actions affect those around me. You've done this before like 50 times, dude. Like now that I finally have started to see you from the light of like what people have been saying for a long time, I see exactly what they're talking about.
That's the crazy boy, Chris.
You've been doing this forever.
This is like his third time on this exact subject.
Exactly. Third time on this exact subject.
And you know what's crazy? We're not talking about a group of people, because it ain't just one, that's freshly new to the internet.
Mhm.
We're not talking about a teenager. We're not talking about a child. We're talking about people in their 30s.
Grown-ass people. People that have experienced life.
What in the fuck is wrong with you people?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Stop trying to group me in with this shit. But like,
no,
yes, no, fuck you. You're not grouping
Fuck
me into
you.
this retardation.
Why would see you just like these dipshits? Who was talking about you?
No, you say we. You say you people. I don't know what you mean by you people. It's racist of you to
sorry.
assume that.
Now look, do you defend?
What do you mean by
motherfuckers
you
with
people?
child porn?
Hell no. What kind of retard would?
I had some dipshit try to tell me, well, fuck, what's the problem? It's just cartoons. Yeah, buddy. the
That
problem is you're
person,
weird.
that person's hard drive needs to be inspected. The minute I hear that, hard drive inspected.
I like how everybody in my chat, when that motherfucker said that, bitched them out.
Yeah, that's good. I had a guy in here that's like, it's crazy that you're like defending Keem, where I said it's disgusting to use the RX Glory and Gold thing, and the whole chat just fucking ate them alive. I fucking love my community.
Everybody in that fucking chat beat that nigga up. I was like, yes.
That's
good.
the best, bro. That's how you know you're in the right.
That's how I know I've cultivated a great audience of
Smart.
not even like-minded people, just smart niggas.
Just people that like understand that, hey, this shit is fucking disgusting. Let's finish the tipster thing. And I have taken a serious mental note of that. No, you haven't. You're gonna make this mistake. You've done this before. This is the tipster cycle. Says some stupid shit, gets called out for stupid shit, doubles down on stupid shit, apologizes for stupid shit, and then does stupid shit again.
Speaking of the tipster cycle, I would be remiss if I didn't try, Chris.
I know. You're going to try and play devil's advocate here.
It's time for me to argue for a tipster W.
There's no way you're going to be able to do that.
Shut up. I could try.
You could try, but I'm going to be shocked if you could even do it.
You've been shocked by less.
Yeah, but this one I'm going to be shocked by. How are you going to do the tipster W in this one?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm kind of going to be in shock by this one. There's nothing. He has nothing.
Are you sure you're ready?
I'm ready. I'll see what the fuck it is. I'll hear you out.
Hey. Tipster didn't see any of the images.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's not a W.
Tipster W,
that's
baby.
That's not a
He
W.
didn't know about it.
That's
I just bailed him out.
That's not a W. That's
He
a
didn't
fucking
see anything.
That's a
Bam.
He talked about something and didn't know about it. That's not a W.
Yahoo!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hip hip hooray! He didn't know about it, so that means he's perfectly justified to just speculate and call you all pieces of shit. Hooray!
That's fucking incredible. That's like a horrible L, actually.
That's an even worse L.
That's even worse. Oh god. So he talked about something he didn't know. All right, I'm fucking
Huzzah.
Bro, I'm fucking hungry. Streaming for 4 hours. I need to go eat some food, and I'm gonna.
Why do you never eat before you stream? Fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I just don't, and I'm fucking hungry now.
You're stupid.
Yeah, kinda. It's just.
And you're ugly.
Okay, motherfucker.
And you're white.
Yeah, and you're black. What about it?
During Black History Month.
I ain't gonna kiss your ass. You're a human being.
I am a shame.
Yeah, you're a human being, dude. You're a human being. I treat you like a human being.
I am not a human. I am black.
Okay, dude. Now you made it racist against yourself.
Nigga. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Listen, I'm a part of an oppressed people known as the Italians.
I can't fucking tell the way that fucking Italian Keffals didn't ruin your community.
Bro, she's been kicked out of the Italian community. I've made it official.
Mm.
As a representative of the Italians, she's not welcome to the Gabagool.
Before I go, let me just do what Tipster did many moons ago when this shit first started. When he got mad at everybody making fun of the pedo jacketing thing, because obviously he's a pedo who hates when people make fun of his language. Tipster, do you know how offensive it is to the black community to see someone like yourself stick up for pedophiles?
On top of that,
wait,
hold on. And then he also tried to moral grandstand about Ethan using the N-word.
This is crazy. How offensive this truly is.
I kind of think that's
and you know what's
offensive.
worse? It's even worse to know that you, Tipster, always make some justification or excuse for that racist dipshit known as Jalen.
That is also true. Dude, when Jalen...
And what makes it worse...
Did you see when Stardust made her cry?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
That shit was
and
so
what's
funny.
worse is that there are people out there who want to fucking feel bad for Jalen.
I'm over.
When this is like the 9th fucking time we've all seen the racist dipshit be racist and then cry when people give her the shit. And, might I fucking add, why is she saying nigga to white people? Every person she said nigga to is a group of white people.
No, she said it to a black guy.
Great. 1 time out of 8. Hooray.
Well, she said the hard R to the black guy. And she said it with
Hooray.
such hate.
Hooray.
Yeah, hooray. Okay, bro.
There's like, when you dipshits who want to feel bad for Jalen but will persecute Tipster, I have fucking advice for you. Die slow.
Fair.
Matter of fact, you're a pedophile with Tipster and you're a racist with Jalen.
Okay, dude, stop.
Guess what? Chris disavows. I don't. Dare you to have a problem with me.
That's fine. I
have an issue with me.
Yeah, I have an issue with
I
Leon.
will
on that
have
one.
the fun time dragging you freaks. I almost said the other word.
Yeah, I was really thinking you were going to say the other one.
I was about to have time of my life. I was about to say the other word.
We got so close to that. Oh, no.
You fucker.
Oh, my. Yeah, okay, dude. Okay, dude. All right. Hold on.
Burn in hell. What are you going to eat?
I'm probably actually going to get some Italian food.
Got to get your representation back, huh?
Well, dude, honestly, after the Gabagool comment, I was like, she's not welcome to anything Italian. Like, I want
You know what's
Italian
crazy?
food now.
I got a random question for you. How you make flake steak?
Flake steak?
Yeah.
I never made that before.
Jesus Christ! You are the 9th. What the fuck? How the fuck is nobody I asked make this shit?
I've never heard of that before, if I'm being perfectly honest.
You definitely white. You take your white ass and go think about your fucking life.
Oh my God.
Goodbye.
Kill yourself. Make some pesto gnocchi. Yeah, true. All right, guys, I want to say thank you for sticking with me through this 4-hour stream. I was planning on going for like 5 to 6 hours, but I actually condensed that down pretty good. Pretty happy about that. I'm going to raid FPS Diesel because he's still going over the Vaush stuff, and I think he's going to do a more detailed video and live stream in regard to the Vaush video. So I'm going to send you over to him. I do want to do a shout-out to all donators, so stick around for a minute. Grizzly Bear, thank you for the 13 months, almost a year, dude. Thank you. This year has been wild. I appreciate it. Soul Vessel with the Big Dick 20 gifted members. Thank you, dude, so much. Memberships are critically important to this channel. Lock in with the new membership. Thank you, dude. Somebody with the 5 gifts. QTV with the 5 gifts. Congratulations to QTV's Hood Ornament for creating his own YouTube channel. I will gladly go on one of his videos if he wishes to do that. Somebody with the 2, somebody with the 2, Digital with the 5, Pigeon with the 10, Pigeon with another 5, QTV with the 2, somebody with the 5, Devil's Advocate with the new membership. Thank you so much, Devil's Advocate. Somebody with the 2, Review Tech USA with the 20. Thank you, dude, so much. Pigeon Sal with the 5, somebody with the 5, Pigeon Sal with the 10, Pigeon Sal with the 5, somebody with the 5, Grizzly with the 2. Thank you for the membership, Medchan. Appreciate it. Moose, thank you. Somebody with the 2, Pigeon with the 10, Pigeon with another 2, Pigeon with a 10, Moose with the $4.99, Yo-Yo Pizza Boy with the $1.99, Small PP with the 18 months. Your beanie sucks. End it. End yourself. I love you. I miss you. Where you been all my life? Yo-Yo Pizza Boy with the $1.99, Confusing with the 5, Confusing with the 6 months, Leo with the 6 months, NSMP with the $2, Knox with the 5, Metal with the new membership. Thank you, dude, so much. Musing Moose with the $4.99, Grizzly with the 5, Arch with the $1.99, QTV with the 2, not the gnocchi, true. Jack Walker with the 2, Keffals pasta sauce tastes like ragu. Okay. Gaming Witch with the 5, Bad Fun with the 2, Shadow Humor with the 10, Knox with the 2, QTV with the $20. Thank you. Cats of Flocking with the 1 month. No one cared until he put on the jacket. So true. Shadow Humor with the 10 and Moose with the 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of it. I'll take a look at your Discord DM tonight or tomorrow. QTV, we'll talk shop on getting that going. I'm going to send you over to Diesel. If you're brand new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Lolcow trading card game if you want a tipster card. Let me show that to you guys real quick before we sign off here. Why is that not working? Why is that not working? Okay, whatever. Check out the link in the description. That's where you guys are going to be able to purchase it. Gaming Witch, we're going to have to change that link. It looks like it's dead. So make sure you guys go buy the cards. If you want tipster cards, my card, and use the link in the description to get those. Please, please, please. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night, y'all.